Welcome everybody back to BostonBlueBeat Online. I'm here with the boy Kira.
Oh, what's up, dog?
And we're here to commentate over a fun little game called BlazBlue. It's been a while since I think I've commentated the online BBBOs, funny enough. But
it's been a while since I've commentated with me too, actually.
Yeah,
It's
been a grip. But I'm glad to be here. We've got a really cool bracket. In classic fashion, ballooned up a bit last minute. With a couple of cool names on it so far. If I remember correctly. Some people I haven't seen in a little bit. Koji's here for this bracket. It was kind of like
the warrior is back.
The warrior himself. I haven't seen him in an online bracket in ages.
Yeah, it seems like he's been taking a break, but I guess he's coming back for the one time.
Sometimes you gotta pull up. Sometimes you gotta pull up. Gotta let the people know.
That's what I've been doing, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm just like dormant until I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll enter it. But some of these dudes be entering everything, dude.
Yeah, there are people that are like fiending everywhere. One such person is definitely Euchre. I've seen them around in a bunch of brackets. They had an insane run yesterday at NLBC.
Yeah, they made top 8 for NLBC. They beat Nano, which is one of the best season zombies in the country, actually. And they almost beat Beta Dude also, which is definitely something to brag about. So
yeah, so that was like nuts.
Yeah.
So that top 8 was very exciting. We got a couple other people that were in there as well. Nano themselves are also in this bracket as too.
Yeah, I heard he's also in this bracket.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get a little bit of a rematch. We'll see. They're a little bit spread in the bracket, so it would take a while for them to meet. But that would be exciting to see. Joker is in here as well, who is
that's my boy. Yeah.
Long time. Good friend, long-time BBBO participant. Always good to see them in a bracket.
Shout out to Joker. My goat.
Yeah. Who do we got? We also have High Voltage, who is so consistent at showing up for these online brackets.
Another BostonBlueBeat warrior.
Love them to death. And we can't. Yeah.
Who else are we going to show? Who are we going to show before we get to the people on screen?
Yeah. There's true. Yeah, but we got a lot of people, but right now we have a couple of new people, MattoCat and Don. I think Don has pulled up for a BBBO bracket before, but MattoCat, I think this is like one of their first times here.
Yeah, MattoCat, he's a long-time player, definitely one of the premier G-base, along with Eolyne. But I think he stopped. He never really entered online brackets from what I remember, especially because it was on delay base. But the minute rollback came out, dude, he just came back like a phoenix. He rose again, and now he's been playing a lot of brackets now.
Yeah, so it's always fun to see. Just like how Relius means, love to see double overheads off the late air dash.
Yes,
you've seen it before.
I stayed up blocking it. Oh,
I've seen it dozens of times, but by God, will I still eat the low 2D when I mistime my fuzzy block on it?
Yeah. But yeah, Don, another warrior I've been seeing recently. I don't know how I missed him, but I don't know how long he's been playing, but
he's been playing for quite a bit, and I think he's now starting to enter a lot more brackets. But I've seen them around a bunch, both on the Relius Discord and just like in general. They're in Texas, if I remember correctly. I might be confusing them with Necro.
Yeah, Necro is the one in Texas. I don't know about
Necro's in Texas, yeah. So
Necro's the one in Texas.
Yeah, I'm mistaken about Tommy. But yeah, they've been playing Relius for a couple of years, like at a bare minimum, as I understand it.
Oh, okay, so they've been around for a while. Okay, nice.
Yeah, they've been around for a bit. Nice install confirmed.
Looks like he's about to stick around in this corner for a while.
Forcing the burst out, super good. Relius classic burst into 2-2-C.
Oh my goodness, I like the idea there, hitting the doll to get out of the way, and then just immediately cat scratching it.
Yeah, that was a really cool confirm as well. That hit was a bit awkward. Very impressive for them.
Yeah, and of course I believe at that point he was an overdrive. I believe he had the install at that point, so it's really easy to just confirm right into it because of the follow-ups you get.
Yeah, there's a ton to go for here. All right, goes for Gad Lace.
Yeah,
okay, that was really good from MattoCat. So a lot of times Relius players like to go for that swing, but you have to make sure that you're either challenging afterwards because it's very minus. So you have to make sure that you challenge that and force them to RC or force them to use a doll. Otherwise, they kind of get away scot-free.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Don again with the delayed air dash mix up once again.
Yep. It's the classic into dual bios.
Oh yeah,
Good
actually
rollout.
rolls right out of it. Yeah, really lucky there.
Yeah, didn't set it up. Yeah, didn't set it up quite properly. A lot of times on relics. Oh, nice tech on the purple throw. We don't take those.
Really
it's not
really
that
good.
easy.
No push-ups yet.
Got the low. All right, we got the confirm. 2C. Yep.
Mato got these down. Very nice.
Taking him in the corner. Another loop.
Yo, that's a Mahe. Very nice. Yo, Mixies.
Late overhead. Sends the dual
I
about
like
full
this here.
screen.
That does not work against Jubei though, because he can actually just stall her out. He does not care. Especially when he's an install. Oh, that was really good. The parry from the doll.
But the JD also super slick.
I was like, oh my god, that was so sick. He's gonna get, and then he just neck clipped by the wife. Man.
Yeah, got it right there.
But, yeah, already a very pretty close game already. Right from the start.
Yeah, doing pretty well for themselves right now.
Oh. But anyways, let's see if MattoCat can bring this back here. I think he's been doing pretty good for himself here so far. And already making the right adjustments, just running right into B. The classic.
I don't care for your long 5B and 2B. I will dash in. I'm Jubei. Nice
Ooh,
catch
almost
on the
catches the
roll.
roll there. Ooh, that's not quite.
Yeah.
We get messed up by the drill now.
Yeah. Don's spending a lot of doll meters, so yeah, forcing definitely gonna have to D-summon now. All right, challenge on the Gadlace.
Yeah,
no,
that's
just kind
his
of
chance,
stands there. All right, gets the Rekka, not close enough to get a pick up for a confirm. Gets a counter hit and forcing the burst out of Don. Great movement, but finds himself sandwiched between Relius and his wife. That is not a position you want to be in general.
Yeah, and I like the idea for Matto to actually burst him into the corner here, because he knows that it's a lot more advantage for him. And advantageous for him, especially because Relius doesn't really have a meterless reversal.
Yeah, on top of that, it will de-summon the wife as well, so you don't have to deal with it after the fact.
Exactly,
so it can be quite useful. He did have enough meter to go for reversal super, but we haven't seen that at all from Don yet, so...
Yeah, he hasn't really shown that option yet. Yeah, he hasn't really shown that option yet, so... No reason for him to really be scared for it.
MattoCat doing quite well, de-summoning Ignis by hitting her. You gotta make sure that you know how to de-summon Ignis, otherwise Relius gets to take her back in and out of the battle frequently, and you want to mess with his resources when you get the chance. It is very good. Okay. Solid blocks, 2-1 A's out. Blocking the JD.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta block this. No choice there. Ah.
Oh, same side, my friend.
The ambiguous crossover.
Alright, doesn't quite confirm. On some of the doll gets a 3C knockdown. Doll isn't out quite yet.
Who gets an air hit there? It's gonna be a nice confirm. Gonna be about 3K, I think. Oh no! Oh, what was that?
That was 2.5. Awkward hit. I'm surprised he didn't go into install. You can do that off of the drive. But I think
there. I don't think he meant to do parry at that point, but that's fine. Now it's Don's turn. Every time.
Big classic, yeah. Not getting parry when you wanted. Ooh, nice pickup off the 2-1 BIOS. There it is.
Yo, BIOS. Yep. This is exactly what Relius wants. Checkmate.
That's a hard knockdown setup. You gotta hold that, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Very nice catch there in the air there. Ooh, it takes the 2C there. Oh, ooh, I don't know if he wanted 6A there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was a little awkward.
That was the craziest match I've seen. Oh,
I like the overhead to the command guard. That was really good.
Yes. That was really good recognition. I'm not going to hold you. I would have thought it was something else and gotten gripped.
All Matto really needs to do here is just keep him in the corner, keep him locked down. Already uses overdrive. More than likely, if he keeps this here, he's not going to get his burst back. Even with overdrive, so...
Sets up the ball overhead. Well, went for parry. I'm not sure if they wanted that or maybe
he probably wanted to try to parry the potential counter assault there, but he was too early.
Yeah.
Nice block.
Block. All right, gets out of there.
On the 6A. Ooh, that should be it.
Okay.
I like it there. Very nice. Very nice.
Nice adjustment. Yeah, super clean.
Yeah, super clean. Finishing with the perfect. Tying up 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm loving the competition we're seeing now with rollback and everything, dude. All the killers are coming out to play now. It's great.
Yeah, we get to see a lot of different people around, and it is a big joy.
The character variety is so nice too. Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Get the cross under the side.
Already forcing the burst out of Don. All right.
Super good. So far, Don's shown themselves as very willing to burst a bit early in a situation to avoid MattoCat from gaining momentum. But it feels like at times, despite getting that early burst, he has a hard time bringing Ignis out in some situations where there'll be a lot of time where Ignis isn't necessarily on the field at his side. We saw the 2-2-1-4As right now, where Matto immediately mashed out of it properly after blocking it in order to take it out. That's a dual bios, however. Counter assault, you cannot do that.
Cannot do that against the wife. Yeah, cannot do it against the wife when she's charging forward.
Yeah, nice 3C there to catch the
nice
tech
parry! That was super good.
Yep. Just waiting out. Don spending a ton of Ignis meter. This dual bios is not going to get much done. In fact,
that was wow.
Just to get the hit.
Yeah, okay. He tried to be careful with the wife there, I think, but it's okay. This should be it. If he doesn't drop it, please don't.
He's not going to build enough meter.
He's not going to have meter. Okay.
In theory,
now the wife is dead. He has to be careful.
Yeah. Ooh. That was a nice JB there. JB is a button that people don't really talk about unless they know Jubei, but that button is not kind to people.
Yeah,
it is such a good air-to-air. Great combo tool. The counter hit is stupid.
There we go. Catching him again with a delayed air dash mix. Gonna get the knockdown here. What's the setup here? Okay.
Gets the D-summon, that's super good. Doesn't have the meter to continue pressure after that.
Well, he's back, and now he is going in now. So BlazBlue gets him with that parry!
Ah!
He's been doing really good with those parries so far.
Yeah.
There we go, chase the roll.
Oh,
very nice. Gonna try to cross under. Oh, okay. Don just trying to find a way out. Wow!
I don't know
Nano
if
is mixing that
somehow or not.
I don't know, but he's mixing the hell out of him right now.
I got hit.
Oh, cannot do that. Yeah, cannot do that. The wife protects him every time.
Yeah, on top of that, he actually ended up recovering on time straight up and could block it.
Yeah,
but
nice.
Yeah, but in general, if Ignis is out while you're popping overdrive, the reward is pretty low because Relius can still just call Doll like immediately after it activates, like after the flash.
Ooh, I think they did that. He still picked it up? I thought that would have been too early.
He barely got a hit.
That's wow.
And he canceled off of it right when it landed. I was going to try to squeeze all the damage you can get out of it, but it's not quite enough.
Oh
Same side!
I couldn't even tell! Oh my goodness. I like that. Matto taking convincingly in the last match there, taking it 2-1.
Yeah, definitely picked it back up after a couple of those rounds. It definitely looked like Don was able... Don was definitely looking very good throughout the set.
Yes, I agree.
But it just felt like Matto managed to make the adjustments faster and showed a lot of knowledge of some of Don's setups, right? Where I think it's very easy to see Relius and kind of just assume that everything happening is like he's always plus, this and that is happening. But there are times when you have to recognize like, oh, this isn't that setup. I'm out of here.
Yeah, like recognizing the gaps like that was definitely super important in that matchup. And also recognizing too, if you notice, like Don he seemed to be like a very evasive kind of player, you know, was very, very willing to burst early, very willing to roll a lot, and you could tell like later on in the set, Matto was just doing a really good job of catching on to that. So yeah, the adjustments he made were definitely really good. So
yeah.
And, speaking of being evasive, now we have Arklancer up next with the Muto versus Zen, who is the opposite of evasive. Because he is the wildest running that you will ever see in your life.
It's actually really funny. I have a funny story about Zen. So,
is that right?
I was playing, I was at Climax in November, right? And Bojack tweets, he's like, yo, what if I bring CF? So I was like, yes. So he comes by, brings CF, we're playing all this stuff. There's this dude here that's also there, and I'm playing Rag. And I'm like, damn, this guy's kind of nice, like this, and that. And I see him 5D anti-air.
Yep.
And later that day, I went up to him and was like, wait, are you Zen? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, fucking course. I was like...
Yep. Zen he invented that strat of just anti-airing with 5D.
Yeah, but it was the funniest thing. Like, of course it was Zen. Like, of course, like, that was how I recognized him as climax.
I instinctively call it the Zen whenever I see it, because that's just what it is. It has a patent on it, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, and then of course Arklancer, just to give a brief introduction. One of the premier Mutual players at the moment. She has definitely been tearing through a lot of the online brackets you've been seeing lately. So,
for sure. Hit top 8 at winner side at NLDC yesterday as well.
Yes.
Overdrive. Alright, so whenever Mew sets up Overdrive, if you're... It's okay. We're not at full screen, so I'll go over it later, because right now it's just going to be a sick confirm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good damage, has a knockdown. I'm not sure if she gets a free Stein set for this. To check the
she probably could have, but like, I'm not 100% on it.
Yeah. It looked like she just wanted to check for a forward roll, which is like very good. 6A, okay, Blood Sight did not hit, because otherwise, woo, that would have been it is quite a starter. I would encounter it. Then trying to Blood Sight again and bully their way in.
Yeah, trying his best to just force your way, which can be very hard against a character like Mutual.
For sure.
Her turrets and projectiles make it very hard, especially that laser there. For those of you that don't know, that laser does not go away on hit. So, once it is out, you have to keep track of it at all times.
Yeah. The big thing with Steins is that on the startup of it, when they're locking on, if you were forcing Mew to, I believe it is, if Mew gets hit then they will not fire. She's an OD, in which case they always fire.
They will always fire, yes, and it is the buff laser too, so you will get shot on side, dude.
But no OD needed for that last round. Ark just cleaned it up quite smoothly for themselves.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that Zen has a very wild kind of playstyle, and he is very willing to take risks, no matter if it's on offense or defense. But as you can very clearly see, when you're playing a character like Mutual, you can kind of shut down playstyles like that very easily if you know how to set up right. So
the big thing is definitely making sure that you're playing calmly, because Mew does have a lot of great defensive options. Solid 6A, good backdash, even though Mew players complain about the frame data on the backdash, as well as a DP, right? The DP is not a ton of damage, but it's the fact that you get to knock somebody down away from you outside of system mechanic is super big. Nice EA here. Speaking of system mechanic,
I like the 6A. Oh, that was very good.
Try to get cheeky with the cross up there, but Zen very on point there.
He was very ready for that, actually. Wow.
Oh, he's dead though. It doesn't matter if you're on point if you're dead.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Super. Goodbye.
Ragna having lower health on that. Actually, both these characters actually have the same amount of health. They have below average health.
Yeah, I believe Ragna's straight up, like, I think they're both either, I forget.
They're both at 10k. I believe they're both at 10k, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember, but I know Mew does have very little health. Super below average.
Yes.
But thank God she has all these crazy and amazing tools to work with.
Yeah.
Sets up the laser.
And that's what I was talking about. Yeah, it does not go away on hit. You have to be wary of it at all times once it's out.
Ooh,
very nice
too much.
there. And the counter hit 5A right into 5D. Very nice. He's not going to be able to kill here. But just one more straight hit here. Ooh, does not make the DP.
Yeah, try to deep dash up and maybe fake out maybe like an early throw or something here. That deep dash is a mess.
Yeah.
Ragnar players will love doing deep dash, 6D, or they just deep dash and they just 2A you and then TRM immediately. Ooh, caught the back dash.
And Zen looking a lot better this set too. Careful with that. Okay, did not EA, just goes right out of 5C there.
Full screen. Yep. Gets the confirm. Alright.
Should be full corner carry.
God, I love these combos. They're so sick.
They're great. This card is so cool.
And very nice. Yeah. Super good. Alright. Gonna take him to the corner, hopefully. Combo drops, tried to use the laser, gets caught. Nice pokes from Zen, good RC.
I like the Hell's trying to try to get in here. Looking for the gaps on the ground there.
Gonna get a bit of health, but not enough to be outside of astral range.
I like the idea there. I think he was trying to get the DP there.
Yeah.
The Ark has to be really careful. Ooh. Yeah, she would have been almost dead if. Oh, and there's
it. Much like Zen is, and the Astral!
Oh my goodness, our second set of the day, and we already have an Astral.
Put him in the coffin, send the swords goodbye, my friend.
This is a good time to thank all 46 of you for coming out to see BostonBlueBeat CF Online Edition. If you're just joining us, Zen got Astral. You hate to see it.
That's it.
I love it, but god damn it, man.
Yeah. Keep in mind, we're still early in the bracket. Like,
I know, it's the second set.
That's just round 2. That's round 2.
Second set on stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we already got an Astral. Trust us, there is a lot more where that's coming from. But yeah. Super good showing from Arklancer. Now, I believe the next set we have coming up here, if I'm correct, it is going to be MattoCat once again.
Is he actually versus Lord Mako right now? Is this what's happening right now?
Mako.
Okay, now I mean this in the best way possible. This is about to be the funniest set because watching Lord Mako in general is a treat. Because as a Kokunoe player, he's very interesting. He is the most reset heavy Kokunoe I've ever seen. Actually, scratch that. He's the most reset heavy player I think I've ever seen in my life. Honestly. No, I'm being honest.
The most reset heavy player you've ever seen?
One of, if not the most. Like, this guy, for what... I shouldn't say for whatever reason. Like, he's got to know something that I don't about this character. Because no matter what, he will constantly reset. And you know what? He's playing a character that definitely enables that a lot, right? Because Kokunoe, a lot of her combos tend to leave you standing. So you add that on top of her sticking bombs on you, on top of gravitons, on top of lightning rod, on top of her having an instant overhead with her J2C, I believe.
J2C.
I mean, he has every and teleport. He has every tool imaginable to kind of enable that kind of playstyle, and it's definitely very interesting compared to seeing like someone like Banana. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's you have to strike a balance whenever you're going for that sort of playstyle, right? You have to kind of weigh your options. Okay, am I going to opt for this reset here? Do I want to go into kind of a standard set play? Do I want to potentially scramble? Is the character I'm playing against, are their defensive options set in such a way that their frame data is either they can mash out very well with good hitboxes, or do I want to just kind of like play it a little safely and kind of back off? There's a lot that goes into the decision making of it.
Yeah.
But either way, this should be interesting. I think if there are people to watch out for, I think Lord Mako is probably on a couple people's lists because the moment Rollback was out, we saw him in like several top 8s.
Yeah, I knew about him. I had fought him in delay based, but then I was like, okay, this guy's actually not bad. He's pretty good. But like, I did not expect him to show up like this for Rollback. I mean, he's been out here. He's taking names in tournaments. So let's see how he does here. Oh, the immediate J2C there already. MattoCat already whip punishing him. Very nice. Playing footsies right now. Ooh, forces the burst out.
MattoCat not approaching super aggressively to set up the ball and just kind of moved around waiting for another approach.
Well,
both players bursted pretty early.
Yeah, so both bursts have already been forced out, actually. Interesting. And already with the overheads.
Yeah,
Mako loves his overhead.
And once again, in this matchup, we didn't see it as much with Dawn, but Matto immediately is just setting the ball and approaching right afterwards.
Yeah.
And depending on the matchups you're in, that might not be as effective, right? Against Relius earlier, one of the big reasons why you didn't see that as much is because Relius can just send out Ignis with 2 and 4A and she'll just eat projectiles. But in this case, Kokunoe doesn't have as much to contest with it if she's super far away. Now, we could see a dash up 3C, and I would love to see that a bit more from Makati because that'd be the perfect button to catch a grounded fireball, but right now Matto's positioning themselves pretty safely in general to kind of avoid that situation.
Yeah, and Mako right now is doing a really good job just shutting down everything Mako's trying to do in neutral, even on pressure too, on offense.
Ooh, click with the overhead.
We should,
try to reset with the J2C.
Installs to block it! And see, and that's something that's really annoying about it. He'll reset you, and you'll think, oh no, this is fine. But then he's got Graviton to cover. And catching a delay tech there.
Alright.
Well, combo here.
Delay tech, double teleport, you know the vibes. when people show you that they know that you can delay tech off Graviton mix-up, it's almost as if she can just delay it anyway. It still makes it.
It does not. Yep, it does not matter. But that should be it.
Yeah. And Matto managing to hold composure and clean up that first game. They are up 1-0 already.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, Matto definitely showing that he is very ready for anything Mako has to throw out.
One thing that I would honestly want to see a bit more from Mako is just setting the Graviton and then sending out Kokonoe's own Fireball. Because that's just a very effective way to like control neutral. Unless Jubei runs up and does a JB counter hit 2 times when you try to set a Graviton.
Rushing them down right now.
Well, it's not even necessarily... Oh, there it is right there. Now
we're seeing it.
Fireball, yeah.
There we go.
Matto popping the Fireball, yep.
Yeah, get your active flow up there, King.
Oh, very nice air throw. Caught with the throw. You gotta respect Kokonoe's air dash range. Her air dash is actually absurdly long, right? It covers a lot of ground. You see it right there.
Yeah.
Right. Pops the install to continue pressure, goes in with a 2B. That's plus, but we mash on plus frames. What are you doing?
Not care. Oh, goodness, that's a fatal. Did he get it? Oh, okay, did I get it?
That would have been, if he managed to confirm off of all that, that would have been a job like that.
He definitely was about to explode.
Blocks the reset attempt, but we mash on OD. We got to show it. Okay, lets the full Super Fireball rock.
And just the lane tag there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lets the lightning rod hit to mess up his setup.
Oh
Very nice. That was cool. That was really cool, actually. I've never seen that one before.
Right. He has the Rekka now. Alright, gonna end with Super. It's not gonna kill, but the next hit will. Super Fireball, maybe?
Ooh, catch it with the Rising JA. I wonder what Mako was trying to do there.
I'm not too sure, because they were in the air and they got counter hit. I'm not sure if he wanted to maybe up back JA. Pretty, like, regular to see from Kokonoe or, like, up back JB. Those buttons are amazing.
Yeah.
Alright, goes for the Rekka, gets the knockdown, catching the roll with the 2B. TK! Oh my god. Alright, setting the ball out once again, and just playing real patiently, right? Sets the ball, let the ball do the work. Nothing too crazy. Get clipped by the 2B, though.
Oh, low. Definitely was expecting an overhead there.
Either that or they were fuzzy jumping, maybe.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh! Counter assaulted there.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, even if you block it, doesn't matter. Graviton covers her every time. Very smart stuff from Mako, and there we go, going in. Like you said, yeah, the Fireball doing a lot of stuff for Mako right now. Oh my goodness!
Okay.
Okay. Anyways.
Counter at JB, not in time enough for the re-jump. Okay, backing up to neutral. No Graviton set. That 2-3-6B is not plus.
Yeah, be very careful with that. Oh my goodness.
I respect the attempt. He tried to do a deep dash up air flip. That takes cojones, but just not quite there.
Oh, what? Yeah, he is trying to finish the plate right now. He is going in. Nice air throw, finds it, and he cannot burst even if he had it. So that should be it. Keep it simple.
Okay.
Finishes the plate.
Now, like, there's 2 things that I want to point out with that set right there. One, it was too little, too late for Mako T's neutral adjustments.
Yes.
Right? We finally saw the usage of like a lot of more of the fireballs and such with Graviton in the second game, but we still didn't really see Mako T like abuse a lot of Coco's buttons and abuse the range that she has. Kokonoe, as a whole, can really express her presence at ranges that are difficult for other people to contest, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
JB with its notorious hitbox. JA as well, covering up and smothering people trying to air as well.
The infamous 3C.
Yeah, 3C as well, which we didn't see like one single like 3C in neutral, which I'm shocked by, to be honest. For example, like round start 3C is like a common opener for Kokonoe. It's very good, catches a lot of space.
Oh yeah, it's super good.
I'm not sure if that might have been a matchup thing specifically, because it is. I would not be shocked if Jubei could backdash out of round start 3C, because Jubei backdashes really good.
He definitely could. And actually, what would be funny about that interaction? I'd be willing to bet he would be able to backdash and immediately dash 2B afterward.
Yeah,
because that's definitely one of his best things that he can do.
For sure. And then on top of that, Matto definitely looked like they had done their studying and it was very aware of the potential resets, blocking the vast majority of them. So managed to get out of sequences without as much damage. However, speaking of damage, we got These characters, when they get the right hit, you are exploding.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Eolyne? I don't really know actually how to say his name, I'll be honest.
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure. I'll say Eolyne for now. Haven't really seen him. To me, he's a bit new. I haven't really seen him around until rollback. Koopa though, I have known about. Long-time Izanami player. I think a long-time BB player in general, actually. But definitely one of the best ones you'll see. So
Yeah.
interested to see how Eolyne is able to contest them here.
Yeah. I think the big thing that we're already seeing from Koopa Claus is that Koopa Claus can just pick their spots very well.
Yes.
As Izanami, on top of your bits just being a very strong option in general, Kagura can't really contest at a lot of ranges with fast buttons. And so Koopa Claus is kind of able to just use bits and just wait for Eolyne to just commit to a button.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
we'll probably see that a lot in Euchre, right? Like, there it is again. Active mode, we're going to set the bits, we're going to see what happens. However, a Wyvern, it looks like, is not in Koopa Claus's cards.
Yeah, you do have to be careful with Izanami though, because if for whatever reason Kagura does get in, Izanami does not have a meterless reversal. So for a lot of the stuff that Kagura has that characters with like actual reversals can normally deal with, she kind of just has to hold most of it. But Koopa seems to be in full control right now in the first round here.
Yeah, and again, like, keep in mind that Koopa Claus really got hit maybe like 2-3 times, still like at like 30%. There's a lot of damage that Kagura can do with the right hand.
Oh my god, that fuzzy was gross.
Oh, stars in heavens. Yeah, that's not easy to do. That's not easy.
Yeah.
A Wyvern from full screen, Koopa Claus definitely got caught a little unawares. For those that are uninitiated, whenever Izanami is in active mode, when she kind of moves her hands and the bits and that little big old circle changes around her, she can't block. She can set her bits while doing literally anything, but she can't block. So if you manage to catch her, that's super good. However,
that was really smart road caging through that and catching the Euchre there. And now it's Koopa Claus's turn here. You're gonna lose road cage, but that's fine.
Not going to build up the resources for another rib cage. It's going to take quite a while. They can pop overdrive if they want it early, but that doesn't really matter when you're doing it for a confirm. But then you drop it, but then it doesn't matter because your bits are active when you're in OD, so you can just rib cage for free in the middle of a block string. And
yeah, that sounds about right.
even when you're wrong, if you know what to do, you're actually right.
And that's what happens when you're the goddess of death, you know?
And I mean that sincerely, not even as like a Lamau Izanami joke. Like, Koopa dropped that confirm, but they still were like, oh, right, I'm in OD, so I can still use my bits in order to cover myself during my offense.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a player that definitely has, like, just that level of awareness at this point, you know what I mean? And he's been playing for so long, that's just, you know, I'm playing this character for so long, you know. I'm not surprised that he has that level of awareness with her.
Yeah, you know, Izanami has a lot of nuts and bolts to play around with, and there are a ton of avenues in which you can take it. Nice
really
challenge on
the stance cancel. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah,
so
there we go, just moving around however he wants. He doesn't care.
Again, like, it's just very patient starts, and then once the offense really kicks in, it's just like you're getting swarmed, right? Sets the bits, backs off, bits cover, 3C.
Oh my goodness.
And again, just backs off using the bits. Kagura, it feels like Kagura right now is forced to use Wyvern or forced to like take big risks, which Izanami loves. She's just chilling out. She's just watching the show. She's like, hey, what's going on?
She's big chilling right now, dude.
Good damage. What's the Oki? Drops to confirm. There is no Oki. Nice pickup off the 5A anti-air. Can we get their offense started? It looks like that is a hit. Yeah, resounding yes. RCs. This is going to be solid damage.
Oh, they got more there, but drops it, I think.
6A.
Yep.
Oh wow! Caught the landing with the 2B. Very, very smooth stuff.
Very nice, very nice. Eolyne already here. Gonna have to having this uphill battle now with Koopa already on set point.
Yeah. When you're in this situation against this strong character and someone that can really bring out their strengths, like, you gotta tap in a little bit deeper. You gotta tap in deep to figure it out. And that was okay. That sequence is really smart. I'm going to talk about that a little later. Nice 2B on the 5D8. That loses to low. Got it. Nice. Yep. All right. Fireball. Active mode ribcage or no? Oh, okay.
Ribcage. Bits. Low. There you go. Koopa just cycling his offense right now. Very well.
Yep, sets the bar, and we're going to go already back to that Oki.
Hey, Eolyne probably have one more guess here, I'd say. Just about. Oh, hold on. Oop, drops it. I spoke too soon. I really got to shut up sometimes. It's okay, guys. You have it under control the entire time. It's fine.
We're A-okay. That was a nice RC, recognizing that was going to hit, like, going to have this really weird, awkward cross-up hit. Just RC'd it. And the other thing is that they immediately went into super to avoid having to deal with the burst.
Yeah. He saw the burst counter and then immediately went, you know what, I'm just gonna, and then he did it right as he got burst, he was already in the super animation. It was too.
Yeah. That's one of those things where, in general in BB, you want to make sure that you kind of know when you can just confirm into like a quick super when burst is up and you're about to take a round, right? There's a lot of situations wherein it's just like, dang, if I only did this slightly different, like on-the-fly change, I could have gone into super and I wouldn't have had to worry about it and stuff like that. And you just want to make sure that you're aware of it. It's just one of those really cool things about BB routing in general. Speaking of characters with interesting routing choices. And
here we go, the people's champion, Euchre, coming up to the plate against Sodelic, who I believe is also a longtime player, actually. This is a name that if it's the same Sodelic, this is a name I've seen since back in the day.
It is the one, the only Sodelic on not the Bang, on the Carl.
On the Carl, actually. He's been playing a lot of Carl. I thought he used to play Bang, but I guess now he's on Carl.
He did used to play Bang. And now he's been playing Carl for quite a while. They've been playing in a bunch of online brackets. I believe they were in NLBC yesterday as well. And then offline, the last time that I recall them being around was for Not Super TSB back in September of last year. And I remember because I commentated his matches. And I was like, dang, people are getting washed.
I mean, yeah.
I believe these two players have come across each other a few times online. Would not be shocking. So I think there's a lot of expectations, and both players are experienced. So they know, at the very least, they should know general things of what each character does.
Yeah. I haven't really seen much of this matchup. I would imagine it's interesting, because I would think that it'd be pretty hard for a character like Carl to actually catch Hazama. But then he doesn't have any reversals. So then it's like, if you get caught by Carl, what do you do exactly?
Yeah,
Hazama... that CA works at some point.
Yeah. There are many characters in this game that have to rely on defensive system mechanics, and that's an A-OK thing, right? However, when you're up against Carl, if you don't have 50 meter and you're in the corner, I'll see you either next round or after the third unblockable.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It's very important to know how to use system mechanics against Carl, because if you don't, you will get washed. It doesn't matter what character you are, it doesn't matter if you have a really crazy cool DP in Naruto, actually it does matter for Naruto, or Ragnar or whatsoever. Being able to IB pressure properly in order to build up enough for counter assault is super important, because that is the time where the Carl player has to start making adjustments and potentially leave gaps. Unless you're so delicate in which you see the meter and you bait out the counter assault.
You just know, yeah.
And congrats, you got hit again. We're going to either see a burst either on the next hit. Yeah, that was going to be an unblockable sequence. So, yeah, burst.
And he had no choice, too. Sodelic's already up around.
Yeah. And Sodelic already showing the matchup knowledge, right? The moment you see Hazama go into stance, you can just fuzz it.
Yeah.
And Sodelic immediately showed it there. That was safe. Hold on, give me a second and I will eventually get to it. Okay. Counter assaulted.
Alright, yeah, I'm just taking that. Okay. And Sodelic with the fuzzy jump once again, and that should be it. Nice and clean.
Yeah, really good JB. So what I wanted to point out there was Sodelic's really cool neutral moment, wherein Sodelic had Ada use Clap, right, which is extremely good for anti-air. And then on top of that, Sodelic moved ahead of Ada with a JB to contest Euchre as well, setting up a really effective wall that Euchre ended up flinging himself forward into.
Yeah, which is definitely very smart from him.
Yeah. Also, really good anti-air from Euchre as well, converting off of that 5A beautifully.
Euchre, having to fight against both the siblings sandwiched between them right now.
Yeah.
He's doing his best to keep him in the corner. Whiffs the 2C there, so Sodelic immediately recognizing that and taking advantage.
I'm sorry, there's something absolutely hilarious about the fact that Carl just walked forward as Volante hit.
Yep.
And then managed to swap sides. Counter assault, Euchre gets a successful one, catches the delay tech with the chain.
And hits the burst! Oh my goodness!
That was sick.
Wow, That was really good.
That was nice. That was nice.
Euchre? Yeah, Euchre's actually been pretty on point with those. Does not confirming the hook tension, doesn't kill him, but that's okay. He has it under control the entire time, ladies and gentlemen. Relax.
Still confirmed off of the anti-air 5A.
Yeah, he didn't have to use super. He didn't have to use super. He just did it. He was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna flex real quick.
Honestly, I don't blame him from using super because I genuinely would be worried about hitting a micro dash DC there.
You know what? Fair.
I would just say screw it. I'm just gonna super. I know this hits, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Good usage of clap right there in order to catch Hazama in the air. All right, sandwich situation. You do not want to be in here. All right, manages to get hit, escape. Oh, nice fuzzy jump out.
Nice confirm there. Almost.
Yeah.
Taking the drop, almost taking advantage there. Euchre forcing the burst out again.
Great JA. Summons Ada to his side. All right.
Oh, can we get the whole confirm here? Very nice.
Push them to the corner.
Nice throw.
Oh,
yeah, keeps it nice and simple. I don't want to drop it.
Okay. Yep, catch the delay tech into stance. Command grab.
I think, is he dead?
He's not dead.
Oh, he's almost dead though. Oh my goodness.
Very close to it.
It just Venom Sword.
Yeah, and just Jabaki.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very cool. In that situation, that was really smart to go for the command grab super there because Carl had over 50 meter and Ada was sandwiched. And Euchre was sandwiched behind them. There was a good chance that Sodelic was waiting to get a counter assault, use Ada 6D, and then dangerous defense his way into an unblockable situation.
Exactly.
So, going for that command grab is like, oh, you can counter assault when I throw you on. But yeah, just very good overall. However,
at the start, already put Euchre in a very bad situation. Yep, already having to use his bird. Want to lose the round already.
Burst. Where have I seen that before?
My old friend.
Yeah. Yeah, Euchre caught trying to use the chain for the...
Gets him with the GG! Alright,
yeah.
So full confirm.
Alright, gonna check for the delay tech. Alright, counter assault immediately.
Yeah, have to be careful. Getting counter assault by Carl, you always have to be careful actually, because he can activate Doll while he's doing it, which is something that people tend to forget.
Yeah. Cross up, however. Good hit, and this should just be it. Yeah, that's the round.
Just be quiet and very nice from Sodelic.
Indeed. Both players are playing really well. This has been a ton of fun to watch right now.
For sure.
Up back chain. We're just chilling out, waiting for the next interaction.
Just smacking Ada in the face real quick. So a little up top there. Okay. Nothing crazy right now. Ooh.
Using the chain that's on Ada to still get hit with the JV.
Oh goodness. Very good situational awareness there from Sodelic.
Yeah. Good roll. Correctly recognize that Sodelic might end up going for a cross-up attempt in order to set up a sandwich, or just want to get out of there. Either way, very good choice. However...
Yep, and this is the worst place to be right now. Oh,
that is the worst place to burst as well.
He know.
For very big reasons that I'll explain a little later. No doll needed! I would just strike and throw.
He didn't care. He's like, you know what if I just... And there it is. Very nice from Sodelic.
With button in the throw, you know the vibes. So, now, just to kind of review a quick second. So, why did I say that was the worst place to burst? Well, here's the very funny thing. That move that Carl did, where he leans forward, I think it's, I always forget what button it is. That move has absurd amounts of hit stop. Why is that important? It means that if you opt for burst, it takes forever to come out. So, in general, Carl players can genuinely check You use that move, and if you burst it, they have enough time to just straight up react in RC and just block it. And then still hit you with an unblockable loop because you're stuck in the corner.
Correct. Yeah, and in the corner, which makes it even worse. So at that point, it's like, it's just checkmate. Yeah. You might as well put the controller down. Like, you're probably not taking that right.
You generally, you either A, like, you know, hold that, or B, just wait out another situation, honestly, or just wait out a different button to burst on. One of the things that I would have liked to see a little bit more from Euchre is a bit more IBs, right?
Yes.
Because they showed that they were able to counter-assault in a lot of situations. They showed the counter-assault, which is very important. However, you want to make sure that you're instant blocking so that you build the meter for counter-assault faster. Barrier against Carl is not nearly as effective because Dahl can just push him towards you anyway.
Yeah, and Dahl essentially just acts as a wall in most situations. Yeah. So Barrier just does nothing for you.
Yeah, there are many situations in which you just want to IB instead to get the meter because you can counter-assault. And the threat of it is also just super strong in general because you're going to either force Carl to potentially just jump cancel someplace and then try to use Dahl or something else, right? In order to change his offense and make it less airtight, basically.
Yeah.
But if you see him commit to like certain things like 60, like that stuff is free. But
as good as that last set was, let's go into the more important things. We have two BostonBlueBeat warriors up on the plate now.
Yes, indeed. This is a bit of a classic matchup.
The RVAJoker versus ValkyrieKoji. If you all were here back when we did this during the delay base era, these two were always showing up to the tournaments, man.
Yeah.
So this is a BBBO classic you're about to watch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think this should be very interesting. I haven't seen either of them play in bracket in a little while. I know that Joker a couple months ago also was messing around in Izanagi to get a better feel for the character in general. And I believe he feels way more confident just in general when it comes to
I would hope so. It seems like Koji's going to be starting off the set with Izanami here. For those that don't know, Koji is actually a dual main. He actually plays Izanami and Mai.
Yeah.
So he tends to flip around the two very often.
We could see both in this set, but I think he's just going to stick to Izanami. When these two players have met before, I can't really recall Koji switching to Mai a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice DP there.
And then RVAJoker here, as y'all can see, dedicated Ragnar main. Also plays Jin a little bit on the side, but for the most part, they tend to just stick with Ragnar.
Alright, blocks the cross of JB, but
Koji doing something. I don't know where the counter hit came.
They might have been trying to input reversal super.
Yeah.
That would be my best guess. Alright. Koji floats, uses Joker for A, not too much out of it. Joker whiffs the air throw, but it's fine until he's not fine. Because you got failed by 2C. It's time to eat 4K damage unless the combo gets dropped.
This is why I don't talk during times like that.
Way to make me feel bad for talking during times like that.
How dare you? You monster.
Just feels the meter for the Take it to the corner. Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice tech on the throw there. Wow.
Yeah.
Fresh sugar.
Corner carry.
Just about. Like I said, a Beyblade. Very nice.
Ooh, tried to
DP again.
Yeah.
No 2C fatal, but that's okay. Keep it simple, keep it consistent. Nice.
It's the JC.
Very nice. I love the hit cancel. Should be right into. Oh no, going all for it.
All of it. Okay.
Very nice.
Just barely enough time.
Yeah, I was getting scared for a second there. If they elongated that combo anymore, we were going to see a burst from Koji. Like
literally one more hit.
Yeah.
What is it a burst?
One more millisecond. Burst immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good stuff from Joker though so far. They're looking really good right now.
Yeah, they're looking pretty sharp. We'll hope to see. I want to see Koji make these adjustments. I want to see him go to the
Yeah, it seems like they're sticking with Izanami too, so they seem to be they're very confident right now. Oh my goodness! No, that was funny.
that is true confidence right there. Yeah, walk up to them and then just ribcage and you send your bits out and say, "Hello, my."
That was actually so immaculate. Oh my lord. Koji here looking a little spaghetti there on the corner pressure there.
Yeah, surprised that 2B didn't hit. Izanami 2B is a very obnoxious button to deal with. Joker tried to burst bait afterwards, but nothing came of it. It might be information that they end up using for later, so tune in and we'll find out. Good hits here, 3.7. There's the reversal super.
Oh, very nice.
Alright, now you're stuck in the corner with Izanami, except you're dead. It doesn't even matter.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness!
Oh, come on, guys.
I thought we were going to get the 3-piece too. Damn. Already, Koji forcing the burst out of Joker already.
Yeah, another game, another DP attempt.
That was the best look actually, considering they're down around now. Chance they probably aren't going to get their burst back.
Yeah, this is going to be over and done with real quick.
I think they're dead. Oh wow, that's
no thoughts needed. Just look at the screen, smile. You're dead.
Yeah, Koji. I guess Koji really did need to switch to Mike. He had it under control the entire time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, part of that also was that Joker definitely wants to play pretty boldly on defense, but Koji's not really committing to their offense like that.
Yeah, they're actually doing a really good job of checking DPs and everything.
I honestly forget if even a single DP worked so far. I think that was.
Oh, there was like 1 or 2, but for the most part, there's a lot of just
fatals on DPs.
Yeah, there's just a lot of just walk-ups and just kind of holding down back and just checking for DPs. And
yeah,
Joker right now seems very willing to try to DP, which is definitely biting them in the ass right now.
Yeah, would love to see them rotate a couple of different options. If they really feel some type of way, they definitely could just 2A, and that is fair. And the reward for getting the potential backlash for hitting the 2A is probably a lot less, given that Koji's offering the down back instead of just straight up out-maneuvering, right? Like, if you're with the 2A, it's whatever. With the DP, still going for the DP.
Oh, wow, overdriving to back throw. Very nice.
Oh, yeah, you don't see that every day.
Not enough to get the A, but that's fine. Very nice.
Ooh,
yeah, checks him there. That was very nice. See, that was nice.
Alright, active mode, have the bits.
Koji looking really good. A ribcage up. Neutral skip. It's my turn. Yes, sir. And that should be it. Right into super? Or just, that doesn't even need it. Just right into fireball.
Ain't even need it. Straight in the ball.
Joker just keeping the burst for next round.
Yeah. We are 1-1, so if Koji does take this round, they will end up sending Joker into losers.
Yeah, which is,
I don't know about you, but I want to be said there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And her final hit there. Ooh, misses the 6A was not close enough for that confirm. Yeah, Koji just playing really well right now.
Yeah, I love
a lot of these situations. It is really good.
Ooh, RC off the skull.
Oh my god, I didn't block that. Sheesh.
I got opened up 2 sequences ago. Goes for the
180s. You're not blocking that on rollback either. Don't lie to me. You're not. If you said it in the chat too, I'm calling you out. I promise.
I have. Whoa, my god.
Sheesh. Your Joker is fighting right now, dude. They're not going down without it.
That is certainly true. Koji's gonna have barrier back in a bit, but not long enough. Alright, block the counter up, but don't punish. You gotta punish that. However, it gets the hit in later with the IED. In a great closer from Koji. I have to give it to them. I really like their offense there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Much better than the last times I've seen them go for it. And that's not to say that they were bad, but frankly speaking, they just played around bits way better than I've seen them generally play around bits before. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and it's kind of like, it was kind of a back to basics sort of thing as well. It's not like, you know, bits in the middle of fuzzies or bits in the middle of high lows. It's just the basic sequence of like, okay, I'm starting my offensive string. I'm going to use the bits to cover me and remain plus, or I'm going to use the bits to disengage and then back off.
Mm-hmm.
I think those disengages are really important to highlight because, you know, there have definitely been times before where I've seen Koji play in sets and they'll YOLO a couple things like a slide.
Oh, yeah, they used to. Yeah, there'd be times where like even if it's like he's an option, they'll just do an animal play, and it's just and it's like they'll do it like multiple times, and it's like, oh, all right.
But that time, just like in general, way calmer, and I.
Oh yeah, they played just super solid, way calmer. I mean, very defensive, and you know with the kid Izanami, it works out really well. I mean, that's ideally how you want to play her. She has so many good tools to keep her safe, to keep her to keep a lot of the characters at bay. You know, especially Ragna, who's a lot more of a simple character. It works out very nicely in that match.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a lot more of her if you guys were begging for her.
Yeah, in case y'all missed it. Koopa Claws back on the scene here against Kasha.
Yeah, so I guess Kasha has a bit more. So Kasha, they mentioned this on Twitter, but they're planning on signing up for a lot more brackets. So happy to see them here for BBO.
Yeah, the old him and Final used to be the lords of PC tournaments, and now I mean they still are, but now everybody's doing a PC. It's rollback, but yeah, very nice to see them. Actually, I actually did not know they were in this bracket, so I'm very happy to see them here.
Yeah, I managed to right place, right time, caught them talking about it. And so, super cool to see them out here. Also very cool to see Koopa. There's just like a lot of funny player matchups that you just kind of don't see every day.
Really even cool for all this corner pressure into counter assault, by the way.
That's a bit... Okay. Backs off. Kasha just waiting for a hit, but Koopa once again kind of showing off that patience and just willing to just say, oh, I have the lead. I have a lot of great ways of covering the screen. I'm just going to let my bits handle some of this business, and I'll throw out a JB or two if need be. And your people
oh my goodness. Be careful. Don't let... Okay, I was going to say, don't let a character like 9 out, dog.
Yeah.
9 can steal around at the drop of a hat, dude. Literally and metaphorically, because, you know, like
big old hat.
Big old hat. But, alright, ribcage is the naming pressure! That shouldn't be that funny, but oh my goodness.
No,
that awareness there was really
that's
good.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Actually, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but if it was, that was actually godlike.
Yeah, oh my god.
But oh my goodness, he's exploding now because no barrier. The night pressure, yep, Goose Knight. Just don't need anything else, dude.
The blocks into the current. Fortunate. Oh, drop the combo, gets the reversal out as well. Backing up, and once again, you know, this is the other side of like, oh, I have the lead, I'm just chilling out.
And Kasha doing really good to use the movement to avoid ribcage, and now Koopa has to be careful. Nice anti-hit, very nice.
But you gotta remember that 9's movement is pretty telegraphed, and
yes.
you got an anti-air like Izanami 6th Day, by God, will you slam it when you think you're right.
Oh, wow! Completely was the counter assault. I like that Koopa taking the first game.
Yeah.
Not even letting Kasha take a round.
Definitely felt like, though, that in the second round, Kasha had a lot more of a chance to play the game, so to speak, right? It felt like they got swarmed a lot for the majority of the first round, but the second round, a lot less scrappy, got a couple of cleaner hits in general. Solid mix, but just not enough.
The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1. Action.
What's it also here? Okay.
For A.
Yeah, and you know something. Yeah, and something to really note here. I mean, it's really funny how Izanami can really just back up and just set up ribcage like pretty freely against 9 for the most part. She really, other than naval presence, she really doesn't have much full string presence for the other characters. So,
yeah, she basically needs to have a spell stocked already for like wind, right? And even then, it depends on how fast the Izanami is and how fast you are. She could already just be in ribcage and revive it now, and the reward on it is not really big on the counter already.
Yeah. Yeah, both players just being passive right now. Nothing crazy yet. The pen gonna drop. Ribcage. Koopa has had enough. He's going in.
Yeah. Great usage of dash as well. Because you got to remember, the dash is frame 1 projectile invuln. So Kasha is using that super effectively to just bounce and dance around the bits.
Once again, you know, I like the idea of using ribcage like neutral like this, but it seems like both times, or a few times here so far. Koopa's just been exploding because of it. Oh my goodness.
OD'd on the OD.
I like this keeping it solid. I put the rapid there to keep him in the corner, but...
Set the fairy out.
Very nice confirm.
No, I see. I'm surprised. All right, sets the clock. All right. It's time for you to make me get... Oh, okay. Or you can just hit her. That works, too. Unless Kasha immediately afterwards gets a sick pickup. Okay.
Okay. People just going in now. Not gonna set up ribcage this time. At least not yet. Oh, the backdash almost working out there, but Kasha catching it at the end there. There we go. Yeah, and wow, Knight can really just avoid Ribcage. A lot of characters tend to not have a very good time doing that, but Knight Teleport's just doing wonders for Kasha right now, and that should be it. No burst.
Yeah, just clean it up.
Easy. Clean up the
I'm not gonna lie. I think the big thing here is that Koopa is not finding the opportunities to either poke or meaty Kasha on time. And normally, you know, you just see it's an Izanami. It's just like, all right, I'll just use bits to cover it. But because it takes too long, Kasha is able to get out, and because Kasha has frame 1 projectile invulnerability on that dash, right? Kasha is able to get out of these situations, and it's like, it looks really funny in a sense, but it's been extremely effective. Koopa has not found a way to get that hit and really catch it on.
Yeah, and frustrating too for Koopa, I would imagine. You know, that's supposed to be that is quite literally supposed to be the neutral skill, and it is just not doing. It's not doing its job.
Of course, immediately as I say that, they make a couple of adjustments and get the hit on Kasha.
Yeah, but
it spends all of their barrier, but it doesn't matter when you're in the middle of comboing them and pressuring.
Oh my goodness!
I have no idea what happened, what side it hit, but
but it hit. I'll tell you that much. Wasn't able to maintain the corner though, so Koopa now back out in the wild here, but getting hit.
Side as well.
Kasha.
Tanzanite.
There we go.
Crimson Raider Ender. Nothing comes of it. Seems like is available.
He's gonna find time to use it though.
Yeah. Here's the dash again.
Yep, have to be careful there. Yep, it's caught low.
And that is it. Across the road.
He doesn't. Yep, and right before he got the burst, goes right into super. Very nice from Koopa.
Right now, again, you gotta remember, we are, I believe we are at 1-1.
Yes, so
this is going to be close.
At set point right now. Oh, barely misses the win there. Catches him low once again. He should be full corner carry into the setup.
Yep. You can see,
man.
Under active mode, not a lot of barriers, so might just, oh yeah.
They're just sending it, they just get the barrier back up so he can get Ribcage. That's good. Doing a very good job cycling through his offense right now. Okay, now this should be right into Ribcage. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
Hold that.
Ooh, but
set this up.
tries to overdrive there. One last hoorah there to get out of there, but did not quite work out. And Koopa will be taking it 2-1 over Kasha.
And they are making it in the winner's side of top 8.
Yeah. Very nice stuff. But
yes.
Kasha will still be in on the loser's side. And I will take this opportunity, because I love him in finals tournaments. Please go check out Central Class. I know it's probably not the best idea to be showing another tournament, but Santos can beat me up later. Santos can beat me up later. I love Central Class.
Kira, we have regularly shielded other tournaments.
Oh, that's true.
We are here for the CF
true,
scene, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's not necessarily a competition, but please go check out Central Class. They're very good. They run the tournaments amazing. They do a great job over there. So please. But anyways, what do we have next here? Actually, by the way, the players have been entering the room very quickly compared to the usual. Remember back then, back in the delay base there, it would take them like, I won't say forever, right? There's definitely a lot more downtime, I feel like.
There's a bit more downtime with rematch as well. There's like a lot less too. It's just kind of like
it feels weird. I actually just noticed that. I'm like, why? This feels like it's going so fast, and like I'm realizing like, we have so much quality of life now. It's like it's weird to have all this, man.
These things happen. I didn't say the Matcherino yet. This and that.
Oh my goodness, Torino, you're right. What? Why are y'all not donating to the Matcherino? It's literally free. I think we do have a code, right?
We do have codes left over. And remember, you ain't got to type in nothing. You just log in with whatever social media or other account that you have. Trust them. Trust us. Matcherino's got all the ones covered. You just click a button. A wee little button.
Yeah, please. And listen. There's 71 of you in there. I see y'all. I see the viewer count. There's got to be at least one of you that wants to put the code in. Put a little bit more money in there. It's literally a free quarter. A little bit right in the pot, Yeah, literally a free pocket change right in the pot, dog.
I could get you a jawbreaker in 1944.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like, come on, bro. Right now, we got Sodelic versus Matto.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna hold you. If Matto does not use their movement well enough, they're gonna
Yeah, no, they're screwed.
This is just that matchup where, like, you
don't want to get hit. Yeah. Jubei's only defensive option is parry, and that is not reliable enough to deal with Carl pressure.
Yeah.
From what I understand. So.
Well, it's like, it kind of goes back to, like, the kind of Hazama thing, right? Wherein if you're getting hit by Carl in general, it's already rough. If you have a DP, then that is a godsend, right? But on top of crouching hit confirmed, you're leading to more guaranteed damage just in general, or when your opponent is on top of it, of course. His OD is, Jubei's OD is alright, but the PA range is not that great. I would not be shocked if there was an instance or two where literally Sodelic just uses 6D and then backs up. Of course, none of that matters when you just kill Carl, of course. There's also that. Demonstrated.
Yeah, and so far, taking the first round very cleanly, by the way. So, it seems like Matto already looking like he's in very good control right now.
Yeah, very good knowledge of just kind of Ada moves in general. You saw him just kind of move around, drill a couple of times. And that is big, right? You don't necessarily need to beat up Ada all the time. It's great if you can get a hit in, right? To lower her gauge. But if you can avoid it and the Carl player is spending a lot, you can end up sneaking past a decent amount and just kind of like, suddenly you're like, oh, well, this next hit actually didn't really matter all that much. All he did was like bring Ada closer. That was
it. Yeah, and Matto already taking the first one here, so they're looking really lost here on how to deal with Jubei.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was fast.
Yeah, Jubei is definitely, he's a very tough character to deal with. Well, I mean, this characters in this game in general, they're just tough to deal with if you don't know. But Jubei especially, with just how many movement options he has and the way his moves work. I mean, he attacks from just so many, like, awkward angles, you know?
Yeah, and the big thing is that all of, except for 6A, all of Carl's anti-airs are, and 5A, and 2C. 2C, yeah. Except for really like 6A and arguably 5A, a lot of Carl's anti-airs are just straight up like predictive, right? 623D takes some time to come out. 2C is relatively slow. Clap is also relatively slow. Great hitbox, but kind of slow as well. And Jubei is able to kind of outmaneuver a lot of characters pretty damn well based on both his dash speed and air dashes, you know, 2d6 and 2 and 4D. Jesus Christ, that was almost crazy. Right there again, right? The 6A just barely whiffs and Matto gets the punish on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Great block on the overhead.
That's the thing too, that Jubei just has very good ways of also baiting into airs as well, because of just how many things he's able to do in the air. But it seems like he's getting a bit more control this time. And that's dashing right into
stuck in that command dash animation, so the gear super just straight up hits. The big thing with that super is that you want to watch out for Doll to see if she's going to activate sooner or later. Otherwise, it's pretty hit power. Doll's going to be out. Maybe try to go for the just frame unblockable on Black Panther. Just a little early there.
Confirmed from the air there. They're beautiful stuff.
Damage,
just trying to keep him. Oh my god, that mash, that was brave. Oh my god, there it is, the momentum dash 2B. Yeah. It gets him at least once.
Add back dash forward movement, that's already good.
Yep, there we go. Not blockable quite yet. Okay, he still has to deal with the wall.
And not enough
double trouble here, and just runs right into it.
I have to assume that he was already committing the button, because Jubei can just dash and break. He doesn't need barrier to dash break. He's one of the only character that doesn't need to barrier break their dash to block. So I think he was like super committed to a button, or maybe he thought he'd get a hit earlier. He didn't see the counter hit, so not too sure. But either way, it's 1-1 Matto and Sodelic.
Yeah, quite the adjustments here we're seeing from Sodelic. Right? Already looking a lot more comfortable in the matchup.
Yep. And remember, this does determine who gets into top 8. So, you really want to make sure that if you want to, pad the resume a little bit, a nice little winner side top 8 is certainly a good thing there. And additionally, you got a lot more breathing room. Counter hit JB. Solid confirm. Backs off. Okay. Gets the burst out. Does not want to deal with Carl getting their pressure started. However,
already,
my sister behind
me, double trouble in the corner. Looking like no future right now.
You better ID the hell out of this next sequence. Otherwise, you might be over. Enough needed for the counter assault, but we're baiting that.
Your one chance is gone. Oh, this is looking rough for our hero right now.
Sodelic has seen that before. And another 6A parry.
Wow, just choosing to use the burst to keep momentum up too. Oh my goodness. Like, working out here, Sodelic.
Yeah, I don't blame Sodelic for opting to use that. It looks like they just wanted that round to be over and done with.
Oh yeah,
for
sure.
I think a lot of it speaks to the security that Sodelic feels they have when they manage to get a hit and start their offense in general, and I think he trusts his neutral and defense enough to get that hit. Or he just didn't like the fact that he got it. It could be either, really. You never quite know. However, extended pressure sequence, Matto not bursting, probably anxious about a potential burst bait.
Gets the first trigger there.
Oh, this is a lot of damage already.
Block on the empty jump low, and oh, should be it. Almost gets the burst there, but he released it just up, and I saw.
That was
the animation I saw. He definitely committed to a button.
Yeah,
that was one get put up. Yep, that was it. Yeah, that was definitely JB. And man, look at that. Very nice adjustments here from Sodelic. You're looking a little shaky in the first match, but just running it back. 2-1.
For sure.
Very convincingly too, might I add.
Yeah, that was one of those sets where it just feels like, oh my god, you danced around. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he just woke up on him already, like so fast. He was like, oh wait, you know what? I got this.
Yeah, it's the I'm nice install.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're like, sometimes when you're in the middle of the set and you're down, and you're like, oh my god, I might just lose this, and that. Sometimes, like a little part of your brain just goes, I don't feel like losing today. And you just kind of win.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, like there's just times where you're kind of like, I don't like this. I'm just gonna win, and then you just do it, and you're like, what? I'm like, all right. But yeah, real talk though, really great on Sodelic, making it into winner side of top 8. Matto still does have a fighting chance. They do not have to make as insane of a run as it would have been had they lost even one round earlier. So super good there. They will be knocked down. They do have the chance to. They might end up running into Nano.
Oh.
That would be an
Oh dear. Now that, for those of you that don't know, Koopa, I assure you, is not the only Izanami in the bracket. Aside from Koji also. I'm sorry about Koji too. Nano was also in the bracket, and for those of you that were not here when we explained, Nano is also a very good Izanami, one of the best in the country as well. So, and he just showed up like all of a sudden. Like I completely forgot about it until I saw him in LBC, and I was like, oh yeah, he does still play the game, huh?
I'm like, all right, like you're really good.
I was like, oh dear, man, I'm telling you, his execution with that character is crazy. It's actually crazy. Seeing the stuff he does these days. Koopa too, but like Nano gets so creative with that character. Like Koopa's just a lot more solid with the character, but Nano just gets so creative with the character. It's nuts to see. I'm hoping we can watch him on stream at some point. But before that though, speaking of cool characters, we have Arklancer back on the screen here. Again, in case their avatar or their name doesn't give it away, one of the premier U12 players at the moment. Sort of stepping up here in Tecto's absence, although I did see Tecto, I think, in LBC. I don't know if he actually played or not, but I think Tecto is probably still lurking around now that we have rollback. But
they're definitely out here somewhere.
Yeah, versus one of our reigning champions from the delay base there, Icecool, one of the premier Susano players at the moment. If for those of you that were not here, him and Adroth used to just run the BBB brackets with both their Susans. I mean, it was just constant Susan mirrors, like every single time. It was, oh man, it's just straight Jurassic Park, dude. It was
the best of times. It was the worst. Well, for them, it was the worst of times. They hate that mirror. It's
funny. Oh yeah, I mean,
it's so funny.
Who likes doing the mirror in bracket? I sure don't. The S mirror is 4-4, man. I never want to do that. But they're both players running up here, but yeah, these are two very strong players here. Two players that have definitely been grinding the game a lot, especially because of rollback. I mean, Icecool's been grinding it even during delay based. I mean, they were going hard grinding the game when nobody else played it. So very nice to see them still playing here. As for this matchup, this is a really funny matchup because of just how big of a target Susan is. And also, Mu 12, despite being a zoner, she doesn't necessarily have the same problems like Mu 13 or Lambda, where they can't really beat Susan in damage race. Mu 12 can. She does a lot of damage compared to most characters. So, not only does Icecool will have to deal with the zoning, he's also going to have to deal with just the amount of just raw offense that Mu 12 has. You know, and especially if he doesn't have DP, I mean, I have no clue what he would even do at that point. If he
does have over 12k health to play with, though. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to take a couple of hits no matter who you are.
This is very true. But let's see. I don't really see this matchup too often, so let's see how Icecool deals with it.
6B whiffs, stuck at full screen. Steins are everywhere on the screen. You may end up, we may end up seeing Ark stick to zoning a bit more if Icecool ends up at full screen, depending on what unlocks he has. It'll be pretty interesting to talk about later in terms of how Mew accomplishes that. But right now, there's that.
Yeah, she definitely is gonna want to try her best to not let the snowball start rolling. Because if she does, ooh man, she's gonna be in for a lot of trouble. Because Predator has more than above average health, Mu 12 has below average health, so she will die very quickly.
You do not want to get caught up, so let's put it that way. Interesting block.
Very nice check. Wow.
The 6B second hit, that's one of the big things. That 6B, remember, the second hit is the overhead. So a lot of new players get very creative spacing themselves out, such that only the second hit will actually land, which is a really cool way, because it'll mess with people's expectations for block stun.
Yeah. It's very cool. Here we go, getting the anti here real early.
Great 6A there. Stein hit, 7 backs up. Ooh.
This is blocking the 5B, and it's going to be a real nice confirming. Going to get a few seals here. To get Eel, I think. Yes, sir.
It's that good old counter hit 5B confirm. I've seen it time and time again. That's also a non-confirm, don't worry about it. Susan with 25 meter, what is that? That confirm is very consistent. And it's kind of one of those like must-have. Let's see what he goes to unlock. Wheel level 2. Yeah. This next hit.
Oh, and right into it.
As if on cue.
So looking real good right now. Nice J there. Right into overdrive. He does not always any time getting his seal. Because he knows if he doesn't do it now, he might not get a chance later.
You definitely want to jumpstart that engine. It is super important. Alright, goes to the meaty 5As. I agree in kind. Nice JA there.
8 on the EA there. I like the reset. I like the reset.
And with JD. Oh!
Nice DP on the God Press there. Almost seemed like she reacted to that too. That was really nice. Oh my goodness, the back scratcher.
That is a strange hit, but the wheel will take it. And Icecool had an RC loaded up. He was like,
"Oh, he was right."
If you don't get hit by this, like I got a lot more." Like,
yeah, no, he was he was not gonna stop there.
All right, back to it. And what adjustments do you think you would want to see from Ark? What adjustments would you want to see from her?
Just paying a lot more attention to Icecool is like moving in, really. I mean, the problem with Season 2 also is that like answering him sometimes can actually be a real pain because his JC is just so active so soon, you know? So you tend to have to be a lot more preemptive when you try to answer him also. Another thing too is that her projectiles aren't like an immediate threat. She's a set play zoner, you know? So if she's not careful, she could very easily get shot. She could very easily get ran in on, you know. So I think Arklancer just has to pay a lot more attention to that and the way Icecool is trying to move around her projectiles and just sort of make micro adjustments as it goes along, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Ark gets 2A, 2B, gets caught low.
Very nice throw here.
Looks like Icecool is early on a throw input. Okay. So the GTC. Alright. Have to detect that OP.
Ooh, misses the B there. Only gets the 8 though, so.
Absolute generated, but I feel like almost any hit would have
done it. I like the trail here with the JA, that was good. That should. Ooh, not punished, not quite.
Probably just pretty late on the review.
Oh my goodness! Shot! Oh! Oh my goodness! His house just got deleted!
Yeah, that laser super cleaned everything right up. What we got here?
Oh, I like the back dash, but he does potential DP there.
Alright. Goes for Grand Viper. D. Throne. Alright. B6B. Pretty standard routing here. No burst. You're about to die. Unless you drop the combo. Unless you were matching orb anyway for some reason.
Oh, I missed it, but there. I'll definitely miss it, but there.
Yeah. Gets the counter 6A, moves it over, immediately gets DP.
Alright, trying to make her way in. A very dangerous spot there, being in front of Susan like that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Icecool going all the way to the skies to knock her out there.
He snuck in. He managed to sneak with a level 2 wheel during those like sequences.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, another thing too is Icecool is like no stranger to fighting the zonas in this game too. I mean, he has so much experience fighting like Oregard. You know what I mean? Even though Mito is a lot different in that regard. I mean, in terms of like his movement against them, like he's just really good at it. He's very, very comfortable in matchups like this.
Yeah, he knows how to deal with that. It looks like he wanted to go for a potential kill confirm there. Didn't have the meter available, or just wanted to get a couple extra unlocks. However, Ark has put themselves in a danger state. They've been popping barrier a ton this entire time. And Icecool is going to take that and immediately strike that.
Oh, actually, not quite. Ooh, hold on. This is where it starts. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Oh, no, it's okay. Wow!
Big call out on the Stein cancel.
Yeah, doing pressure against Susan sometimes can be quite the pain because, man, that tail, it's so fast and has so much range.
So we've got a lot of obnoxious buttons that you have to handle. But yeah, that was a pretty damn good set. Okay, so we're gonna go on a quick little break before top 8 begins, and then we'll be running through that. Before we go on break, once again, just want to say shout out to the CF scene for all that's going on with it. And it's been a pleasure. If you want to catch us streaming in general, you can always just follow the channel. You can also follow the Twitter at BostonBlueBeat. And either me or probably Kira, if he's commentating, will probably be yelling about it.
More than likely.
But yeah, once again, we'll be on break for a little bit, and then we'll be back on. So stay tuned, and we'll be back.
Yeah, once again, thank y'all for coming out, and yeah, we'll be back soon. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, viewers of all kinds, to Boston Blue Beat Online during the rollback era. I'm one of your commentators for today, Kira, and with me is my amazing co-commentator, Tuita.
Hello, hello.
And as you see, we've been having quite the bracket so far, but we are now in top 8 at the moment. We have a lot of very good players. At least I believe we're in top 8 at this point, right? I believe everything's been settled at this point. Right?
Yeah, I think loser side's been running. By the time, if it's not at top 8 already, by the time we reach it, it will more than likely be there.
But yeah, it figures our first match here is going to be Sodelic versus Koji.
Ooh, okay, this should be a neat one.
Yes. So those that don't know, Sodelic, if you're just joining, Sodelic, Carl player, we've run through the bracket all day today so far. One of the old heads actually has been around for quite some time, and now has come back for the rollback edition. And Koji, for those of you that also don't know, one of the Boston Blue Beat Warriors, has been entering the Boston Blue Beat online tournament since Delay Base there, and has been very consistent. And is now back to reclaim his throne as one of the premier players in the bracket. But plays Izanami and Mai. I don't really know which character he'll actually go for Carl, truth be told. I feel like both those characters do fine against Carl, but I guess we'll just have to see which one he's a bit more comfortable with.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where it appears to me where it feels like Koji is kind of just going by what feels more comfortable or what has felt advantageous before.
Yeah.
They're no stranger to just saying, all right, now I just feel like my for this. Like, this just feels like my matchup for me.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, if one character doesn't really seem to be working out, he'll just be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, we're seeing it now, you know?
I never trust these players until they lock it in. Okay, so he did end up locking in my... All right.
We don't know about Sodelic. Sodelic can pull out the bank again, dude. You never know.
Yeah, I would not be extremely shocked if they ended up opting for that.
He's getting right into the first match here. Koji versus Sodelic. Koji opting to go with Mai here. I would imagine Mai does really well. Although, I wonder how good Projectile is here. I wonder, because I would assume Ada's able to block it. So, I think she does. I was certain she does. Let's see. No,
big thing.
Going for the Oh, he is going in right now. Jeez!
Yeah, I think the big thing... I think this is pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie.
He's... Oh my goodness! Oh my...
Drop low for the 2A. There's ain't gonna be a lot of damage, but Ada is far, far and away. You can cry for help for your sister all you want, but it doesn't matter because you are busy getting slapped with a spear.
Yeah, the Koji looking really good right now. We'll hit away.
You see, baits the counter assault.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. There's no escape.
Yeah.
Your sister can't save you now.
It's me. You're getting hit. Hold on. Oh my god, I air throw.
The next round already, Koji's in his head.
Koji is, oh my
god. Like, a classic reset. Handed with Euchre, actually.
Yeah.
Looks like Koji decided to adopt it for himself here.
Forced to block, however, what will you do as Mai? What defensive options do you have?
More to hit buttons, forced to block. Oh, goodness.
Ooh, nice fuzzy jump. And one of the things that was really good right there is that Koji didn't, like, force his escape, right? There's a lot of times when people are so anxious to escape that you just get caught by, like, an easy wall of, like, a JB or something. But Koji just kind of waited out that situation before opting to escape, forcing Sodelic to block, so that means Ada won't activate. She'll stop.
Yeah, so gotta be really careful here.
Yeah, Koji doing their damnedest to bait it, but Sodelic's just fuzzy jumping, fuzzy jump got hit by the chasing.
Yeah, and you know, it's not even that too. I mean, he's just trying to do such a good, he's just been trying to do a good job of keeping him in the corner, making sure he doesn't get out. Yeah. Because that's the last thing you want from Carl. You don't want that kid running around again once you have him locked down.
It's like a 2-year-old playing around in a party full of a bunch of glass.
Pretty much.
God, that lunge did so much damage to Ada.
Yeah, for real.
It did like 20 to 30%. Oh my god. That goes for the dive, overhead. Gotta remember those Gatling sequences. Flip.
Very nice crossbow here.
Cancel out of it.
He won't be quite in the corner yet, but with that, yep.
Nice little control.
Already started here.
Trying to fuzzy jump out, yeah.
This is the burst out. And, oh! This isn't good. Oh, wait, no, but can't quite end it there. Oh my god,
that was. I have no idea what that route was, but Sodelic is dead, so we're just gonna move on to the next game.
I like the idea there at the end. You know, I knew he wasn't gonna kill him. I went right into the low projectile to catch him trying to do something. I'm like, you know, and then just go right in, spirit charge, rapid, right into the kill. Very nice stuff to Koji, looking really good right now. They're just beating up the sister right now. Oh my goodness, there's a cat fight going on at the same time.
One thing you got to remember about dolls in this game is that they extend active hitboxes. So if you hit the doll, you will end up extending your active frames. So you can hit people at timings that would normally be very late. And you can hit people at times that are normally a little bit late. This can be a benefit, and it can be a demerit depending on what the puppet controller is doing.
Oh my goodness, Koji's just getting hit right now, though.
Counter assault.
Just trying his best to stay in control here, but I don't think he's very used to Koji's playstyle here. I mean, he is just wilding out right now. It is working.
Yeah.
It should be it, right? The super? Very nice.
Super good.
And, you know, he keeps forcing the burst out of Sodelic, too, and it's like, he just ends up wilding his way back in, and then he can't do anything about it. He can't burst, can't save himself.
That's one of the big things, is like, Carl really is only using OB to keep either in a situation to either extend offense or like sometimes in neutral if he like ended up spending it a ton. So it's A-okay if Carl like literally only bursts for an entire set, but these bursts keep coming so early that, and Koji's neutral is solid enough such that Koji just kind of maneuvers back in and gets the hit anyway. It doesn't feel like the bursts are getting a lot much, which is speaking more on Sodelic's neutral. Oh, that was a really good RC.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And oh my god, even then.
That's plus, but yeah, we got the EA.
Yeah, no active plus. I think it's the Icecool version. That's okay. Oh my god.
Whoa, that was a burst.
Oh my god. There's a lot going on right now.
Okay.
Just charges right into this.
Yeah,
I think that's been a common thing with these Sodelic matches, is people running into the wheel, which I suppose is the point, but man, he's been
uses that super quite a lot.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of mileage out of it this whole bracket, I feel like.
And it's not like the linchpin or whatever for like his defense or neutral, but it's like it's just like a facet that's been pretty useful in all of the matches that we've seen of him. Immediate burst.
Yeah, no, he does not want to even give Koji a chance here, but Koji just once again doing such a good job forcing his way in.
And a good call out right there, Koji trying to go for that reset in the air throw that has been shown too many times. Sodelic picking up on that and hitting with 5A, I believe it was. Alright, goes for the double overhead. Force the block, switches sides, gets hit with a 6C, you know the vibes.
Yeah, Koji don't want to get it started now.
Yeah.
Your victory, it's slipping.
And Carl's got a lot of meter to play with, so any of these confirms are still going to let Ada regenerate a lot.
Koji just had to block it a little bit. Oh, but finds the burst actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Immediately mashing command dash.
Yeah. And that was such good spacing there on that JB there from Sodelic.
Yeah. Koji showing a decent bit of impatience or maybe rushing in a little too much with the command dash in neutral. Whereas Sodelic is kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just going to fuzzy jump back and then I'm just going to fall down with a button and you're just going to get hit.
Yeah.
I would love to see Koji just honestly do like command dash backflip. That's a really good sequence into like drive or even just a random, or not a random necessarily, but even just a charge dive in order to maintain plus frames. Great beat on the EA, by the way.
Yeah, that was super good.
Gets the TRM this time though. Charge dive. This is going to be about 3K. Again, trying to go for that air throw and it's not working. Yeah.
It's be a little curvy. Yeah, the thing with that air throw is, well, the thing with that reset in general is that while it could work once, maybe twice, against players like Sodelic that have played the game for a while and know, they'll recognize immediately, like, yeah, I can use the late time. You know?
A friend of mine put this in a very good way, but in BlazBlue, you can be a very funny guy with a lot of, like, jokes or gimmicks or whatever, right? But if you want to win that way, you need to have a lot of them loaded up. You need to have a lot if you're going to perform.
Yeah, because otherwise, a lot of these stuff will just get delayed tech, and against a character like mine, I mean, there's really no threat that she presents, you know, delay teching here like that, you know? If it was like Azrael or something, that's a bit different, because then you get very easy weak points. But people like mine, I mean, there's also no real threat to really doing it. So
yeah, there's a lot of things that Mai can do. There's a lot of things that maybe, whether or not it's gimmicky or whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of different things that Koji just needs to. Oh, Jesus Christ! Good tech.
Once again, charging right into it. I mean, Sodelic's just placing these super gear like super well. I mean,
yeah, people are just like, honestly, it feels a lot like people are just not respecting him with 50 meter enough, and they're just getting slammed for it. It'd be something different if they were trying to maybe navigate around it, and then they got caught by balls and then to do a block stun, but they're getting hit by that kind of like first layer of like, no, I'm just gonna put this in front of me because I know you're gonna dash in recklessly. Another these baits on counter assaults have been so good from Koji. And her JC,
oh my goodness.
That was, I don't blame him for whiffing that. Yeah, that was an air hit 2A.
I mean, there he goes. Victor slipping from Koji's fingers just like that. And we're seeing this a lot too from Sodelic. He takes his first match. He seems a little shaky at first, but then he just comes back. He like wakes up.
First games for Data.
Yeah. I mean, it really seems like he's just taking his first games for Data, and then he just wakes up all of a sudden. I mean, really good stuff from Sodelic.
And I think, honestly, to put it back in an even simpler way, is just that at the end of the day, if your opponent has already adjusted to a tactic, you need to either have the next layer ready or just kind of take it out of your kit for a while and bring it back later. And Koji was not doing that. Koji kind of didn't recognize that, or maybe was autopiloting and couldn't, or rather, Koji's autopilot was not built in such a way that he was ready to throw in something different in that situation. And we saw it repeatedly cost offensive situations. And against Karl, you do not want to lose offensive situations. And when you are in that situation, and when you're letting a Karl slip away off of sequences that could have just been even a soft knockdown, like, if you give that Karl player time, you will end up getting nixed at some point or another. And that's what we saw there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because then we saw the minute that Sodelic was in control and he got that one hit, I mean, things just went downhill so quick. And I mean, with a character like Mai who has no like reversal like that, I mean, it's tough. Yeah. I mean, and it seemed like he didn't even really give himself a chance to like counter assault very often either. So it just seemed like he just folded under the pressure.
Honestly, you want to know what's even funnier? How many times did Mai flip defensively?
Man. Man, that's a great point.
How many times did we see a defensive flip?
Man, sheesh. I don't think I saw it once. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Now, obviously, or rather not necessarily obviously, now, if Karl is in the middle of doing a whole bunch of high-lows, then I completely understand him maybe not opting for the flip, especially if Ada 3D is going to hit meaty and Karl's falling down with, like, a JC. Like, I get it, right? But in neutral, when you're at like mid-screen and you're outside of that situation, there's a lot of opportunities to just kind of back off and chill out. And we saw, again, Koji's ability to beat up Ada was quite effective. I would have loved to see a bit more. I liked a lot of, I guess, in conclusion or whatever, I liked a lot of aspects of Koji's offense, but it just wasn't quite fully formulated enough to really handle everything that happened. And speaking of characters that have to deal with crazy offensive situations,
this is a Indiana local special, from what I understand. Both of them are from the same local, and this is going to be quite the treat.
This is a somewhat big body against a character with multiple fighters.
Correct. Well, Koopa gets going. He's going to be having the time of his life.
At least it's not Taker.
This is very true. Yeah, things could be worse. He could be playing Taker.
You could be playing Taker.
Sorry, Jack. But anyways. But yeah, really not much to say here, to be honest. Let's just see how these two players fight. I mean, I would imagine they're very familiar with each other, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah. I'll put it in another way as well. I wouldn't be surprised if something that seems like extremely weird happens as well. Just from that like knowledge of player matchups.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jump back, air dash, the BB classic. Alright, sets up the ribcage. Icecool playing around it quite well, just backing up. You see whiffs, but A-OK.
Oh my god, yeah, Kuba already seeing it, being so careful of these buns right now. Yep, that's gonna be a confirm.
Ooh, yeah, just
and of course, no barriers, so you're taking 3.5 just from that.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Off a DQ. Speaking of fuzzies, on the character that you wouldn't expect, but God press will clean it up.
Sheesh.
God press, gosh, I love that so much. Unless I get hit by it with this, I feel like it's...
Oh, there you go. Finding the overhead, just walking up and, well, floating up, I suppose. And
fired off the bits, up close and said, the block this.
There you go. Watch this, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. Blocks the next overhead, but there's bits available.
Bits, my friend. You cannot press a button yet. Oh, the god of the death. Goddess of death.
You ain't got no DP available. You have not but an overdrive, and I have bits out. That's hilarious. It's time. The float, active float generated as well. People will more than likely have overdrive by the end of this round, no matter what happens.
Oh, they're walking the fuzzy there. Very nice. Oh, watch his toes though.
However,
keep my mouth shut.
Meter available. Will I? Okay. Not want to
say. I don't want to say nothing in curse, but it tends to be what happens. So
yeah,
I'll just stay quiet for that.
On to round 3, regardless. Both players have full overdrive available. Blocks the 5B, but not the 6B. Caught at the tail end of back dash, I guess. Nice 4D in order to get the Grand Viper. I will take that trade with a bit any day.
Oh, very nice confirm. Yep, immediately bursting. Doesn't even want to let him get started.
Yeah. Let off with a sand kick. Level 2 tackle.
Yeah, he's trying to shoot him right now. Nice anti-air. Ooh, doesn't quite get it though. Ooh, but catching him with the bits there. So a full conversion. Oh boy.
Not a full conversion, sadly.
Like, that's what happens when I talk, bro.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
I just do Carlson players, though. Oh, okay.
Shot the slide attempt.
Wow, and of course, a classic from Icecool. He's always so good at catching those CAs, man.
Alright, but that one was... I've never seen him, I've never actually seen him do that before. Normally, I was like, oh, okay, 60 RC Pro, like, you gotta use it. That, well, I think that was straight up a reaction.
Maybe, yeah.
I genuinely think he was waiting to see Izanami flash from the CA and RC on reaction to it. Good match as well.
Yeah, very nice. Icecool taking the first match there.
God, that was... I'm not gonna hold you. That was pretty cracked out. God.
Yeah, that was a young man reaction, bro.
Yeah. Icecool has never been a slouch, and I will never say that. But
yeah, I mean, you know what it is too. I mean, you're playing a character like Susan. I mean, Susan is a character that's just so good at forcing that out of people. So I would assume at this point, I mean, Icecool's just used to it. Like it's just gotten to that point. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that was really cool. Okay, going into game 2 now. Icecool up 1 game. Round start, get sent to the corner by Izanami. Not entirely sure if he will get to pass go. Walking the 6B, never mind, it definitely did. Danger state.
Oh my goodness!
That was
so tricky. Yep. He's back in another danger state. He has to be. You do not want to get hit. You will die. More than likely. He's very good.
Yeah, that burst out. Yeah. That was likely going to lead to death. Pops the OG on the 2C. Pops for the EA simply. Izanami relatively close. Just kidding. She rolled out A-okay. Walking high lows. Bits are available.
Oh, doesn't block the low. Very nice.
There's that slide. It may be kind of slow, but trust me, when you got as many options to deal with when you're against Izanami, you're gonna get hit by something every now and then.
People gotta make something. He is loaded with 100 meter right now. Yep, rapid.
Immediately spends all of it.
Oh yeah.
3C, Icecool really wants.
Forces the burst out of Icecool. Yeah, he really wants this round.
You got swords.
Oh, very nice ribcage. Very nice ribcage. Just barely clutching it out. Oh my goodness.
I like the JC from Icecool. However, comma did lead to tragedy.
Yes.
Next round, however, a lot more.
And oh my god, I'm loving these decisions to do ribcage. I mean, he's recognizing that Icecool is just going to the sky to try to snipe him, and at this point, he's just like, you know what? What if I just just snuffing it out with ribcage? Very nice stuff from Kuba.
Yeah. That's one of the things about Izanami, I feel, that there's a lot of instances in which Izanami players sometimes... Oh, that was... Okay.
Ooh, that was nasty.
That was command grab at a purple sleeve. Thank you. Quick rise into getting your face hit by a 6B. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's got wheel now.
Real kill.
And his seal unlocks are looking real nice right now. DP, well, as I say he has DP, he just... Okay, yeah.
You certainly spoke it into existence.
I just manifested it.
Manifesting Susanoo.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sending out the bits, the ribcage is out as well. And yeah, as you were pointing out, Koopa's doing a really good job of setting up ribcage now. It feels like he's forcing Icecool to back off a lot more and then gets to set up ribcage in transition into offense pretty cleanly. However, he's in danger state. Next block string will definitely...
Oh my goodness, that's a new one.
That was cheap.
The meaty, the meaty ball straight to the charge figure. Wow.
That was alright. You're not a nice person for that, but you are nice at this game.
Oh my! I love just the float straight to the delay blow. That was so beautiful from Koopa.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, I am loving this right now.
Extension. Its rib cage is out.
I mean, Koopa's just looking really good right now. Yep, that.
Yeah, Icecool holding on to that burst, waiting for the bait, but Koopa did not deliver it.
And here's the thing: is he dead? Oh, almost.
Wow. Susan health.
That's not Susan health, baby.
8-second OD, Smile? Or are you just gonna get tagged by a bit? Oh my god.
Oh, here's the thing though.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Don't
it's Susan,
say it ain't
so.
Don't tell me it ends like this. Not like this.
Listen, Toledo, I hate to say it, but I mean...
Not like this.
Oh my god, the blocks right now? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, he wanted to find the counter assault.
Look at that cheeky stuff. The Grand Viper
yep, that's not gonna be it. He wasn't high enough.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Koopa has to be so careful. Koopa has to be so careful.
Koopa has OD back, however.
Bro, you gotta use it for somehow.
Off the OD.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful! Oh my god, the backdash into the bits! Oh my goodness, Toledo! How does he do it?
Okay.
Man, how does he do it? I mean, you got through it.
Yeah, please, by all means, don't instant rematch that, because my hands would be shaking. Okay. I totally understand.
Yeah, that was
that is a nail biter. I have no idea.
Defense.
I have no idea how Koopa...
I agree, that was forbidden defense.
I have no idea how Ice and Koopa played as well as they did with... My nerves would be on fire.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Mine too. I mean, just... Wow. I mean, just the state of mind you have to be in to be able to, like, do that at that moment. I mean, wow.
Yeah. God, the 6C. Koopa's barely been using that in block strings. Looks like they caught Icecool potentially fuzzy jumping or blocking. There it is again!
He does it again! He's like, you know what? What if I just did it again? Wouldn't it be funny? I mean, he's just pranking him at this point, dude. I mean, oh my god.
He's definitely showing a couple of jokes that they got in the back pocket.
Yeah, Icecool just getting hit now. I mean, he is just, I mean, he is just trying to break him at this point.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to break him down and just do the worst to him at this point.
God, goes in the slide.
Yep. Doesn't quite confirm though. And, you know, similar situation. I mean, this is not over yet for Icecool. He could very easily bring this back.
Oh my!
But just like that, Koopa finding the trade there.
Yeah, but very a different decision made. Yeah.
He was very aware he was going to try to go to the skies once again, as he has been this entire set. Oh, what have I done?
Oh, all right. That was cool. That was cool.
Classic. Oh my god, there's the fuzzy! Looking like season 2 of Dragon Ball right now. Let's go.
Some people wish for that for some reason. Okay, goes for the
discussion for another time, TBH, but anyways.
You know, nostalgia. Alright, goes for... Okay, sets up active mode, backs off a bit. Full barrier as well, so when they pop ribcage, there's a lot of time left on that Icecool with the JC.
Oh my god, backdash. I mean, he's just getting so much mileage out of it at this point.
Yeah.
Very nice 60. I like the idea there. Oh, nice combo here.
Okay.
Still like there. Doesn't quite have DP yet, but that's okay.
Alright.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh, you made the classic mistake of trying to OD punish a Susan doing 6B. You blocked the first hit. You hold that. Yeah.
And we are just down to the last round. Oh my goodness! Anything can happen.
That was comedy. Icecool jumping up, doing
the fine comedy, dude. Icecool already with the good round set here. And I mean, he's just looking so good. OD combo right into EA, looking good for active flow. Kuba has no break. That's it. That's it. I think it's done. I think. Oh no no!
It's level 1 wheel. It's level 1 wheel.
Level 1 wheel.
Not enough. Not enough. Not enough.
Icecool's doing his best. He's on to end this. He doesn't even want to give him a chance at this point.
Oh, that dash under
was brilliant. Ah.
Oh my god, good fuzzy jump, gets out of the corner. Run that OD timer out, 81 seconds on the clock. There's a lot of time, but that's an easy Nano with 90 meter. Spends it,
and
but the DP.
Yep.
Ah,
man. That last draw from Kuba was just so unfortunate. I mean, I think he really could have had a good chance if he just kept the lockdown at the end there, but...
Yeah, that's just... It happens when you play against these high damage characters. Sometimes you gotta play super... You can oppress them however much you want, rather. But sometimes if they get those 2 hits, yeah, you're gonna suffer for it.
Yeah, but it's like a good stuff to both players. I mean, what a set! I mean, what an amazing set.
That was a wild set. Yeah.
Wow.
And remember, Koopa is in losers, so there is a lot more. We will see them very soon. But
oh yeah, for sure.
I believe now we'll probably be transitioning into the losers side of things. And I think our first match, yeah, it's going to be, oops, Mori Zanami.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it'll be Joker and Nano.
Oh, so Nano did make it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will be seeing Nano here.
They beat Rock Volnut, who we didn't get to see on stream, unfortunately. I believe that's their new player. I haven't, at least to BBBO anyway.
Yeah.
I have not talked to them before. And then beat MattoCat 2-1. But yeah, making their way through losers in to loser round 6.
Yeah, so once again, we're going to be seeing more than on here. Now, we're going to be seeing, well, what I've seen of Nano, you know, I mean, it's Izanami, but they're a bit more, I guess you could say technical? A bit more execution heavy.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, Nano's just tends to play a lot more solid, a lot more consistent in terms of, like, the stuff he does with the character, you know? Which works very well because it's Izanami. But Nano tries to push this character, like, as far as he can. I mean, it's very interesting to watch. I'm interested to see if we get to see any of that in this set here from him. But... And of course, RVAJoker, one of the BostonBlueBeat online warriors that we've seen, especially back in the delay-based era. So interesting to see how they do here.
Right now,
getting his offense started real early here with this first hit all the way to the corner, ribcage bits. I mean, you've seen this ball before, and oh my goodness, I didn't block that.
I got hurt. I suffered for my crimes. Joker managing to get a 5A in the DP. Alright, there's the 6D, but the OD on it.
Immediate OD through the 6D, that was so good.
Joker is very well known for their usage of 6G in their TRM in terms of how they structure their offense. That is a really good OD to show immediately.
Oh,
yeah. That is a good OD to show and punish accordingly.
Yeah, just showing that level of awareness so early in the set. I mean, it shows the caliber of play that we're dealing with at this point. You know,
super good. Oh, a
very nice air conversion here from Joker. Joker always very good at those. Already gets blocked on the 6B. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I have no idea how Joker ended up in the corner there.
Oh,
great air throw. Nice confirm. Max corner carry here.
Into the empty jump low to end it. I think
I have never seen that, like, little high-low there.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good to show that early on. Knew Nano probably wasn't going to be ready for that.
We've seen Joker play dozens of times, but BB is one of those games where sometimes it is not unusual to see something new.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the game is just so open-ended, you know. I mean, Toledo, how do they do it? I mean, I just don't understand.
How do they keep doing this?
They can't keep getting away with this. I mean, honestly. There you go. Hit there. Does not want to be in the corner for very long, clearly.
Who with
I wouldn't want to be either.
Corner carry, gauntlet.
And Gauntlet Hades, once again, you're not blocking out a rollback. Stop lying to yourself.
Alright. Oh, and the purple. There it is. The classic. Yep.
Wow. I mean, that really goes to show how much they want to win it. I mean, oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen them do that, actually.
Joker forma de evil.
Wow. I
guess you could say they've been Joker-fied.
Man, we truly live in a society, you know.
That is a society purple throw, I'm not gonna lie.
That was a society purple.
Wow, 236A, that was just a funny hit. Goes in the air dash, blocking it, DP.
Yeah, looking for the DP there, very nice.
Draws out the OD off of 2A pressure. No active flow generated for Nano.
Oh my goodness, the Gauntlet Hades there. Doesn't get the second hit, but
way too far for
goodness.
And a great usage of air normals and a combination of air throw. Joker's ability to police the air in places where Nano is trying to float has been extremely potent so far.
Yeah, and I'm loving this catch into the backdash, into the overdrive combo here. They're looking really good, that'll be it. Nice and simple. Nothing crazy, you'll love it. And already on set point, I mean, Joker's just running over him right now.
Yeah, that's a little, that's a bit fast, I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
Ribcage at round
immediate ribcage. Nano has had enough. Goodness gracious.
Goes to the 6B, TC, OD is available. Probably doesn't even need the ribcage. Pops it anyway. Yeah, opened up very quickly. Gets a little bit of a back. Starting to regenerate. Ooh!
Adjustment there. Yep, of course he's got those. I'm not surprised at all.
We blood scythe out of the corner. Plus frames.
Oh my goodness. That was really good.
Yeah, Joker's still going for those air throws, but Nano just a little bit out of range there.
Oh, that was a miss DP. That
was definitely.
He's very lucky for not getting punished for that too.
Yes. Trying to TRM, but Nano is very aware of Joker's offense right now, mashing accordingly.
Yeah, I mean he is awoken right now.
Yeah.
He is ready.
Up 6A, understandable. Ooh, awkward situation there. Oh, Bits came back
covering him,
just in time. Great movement around the Bits now. He finally gets blocked. Yeah, forcing the burst out. That is a critical resource for Ragnar to spend. No OD available, so any comeback that may happen from this offensive sequence is certainly mitigated.
In the barrier. Take this up. Cage, Bits.
Cha-cha real slow. God.
And drops it though. Here we go. Here's this Joker's chance. Oh, hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
Potentially. Not sure what they were looking for. Maybe reversal super, but
yeah, potentially.
She's out accordingly.
But Nano hasn't really shown that option yet.
Yeah. It's reasonable. So I will say, it's reasonable to be a little wary of it, but a bit of a hard check. It looks like we're going into character select. Are we going to see the Jin, or are we just taking a bit of time?
I think it's taking a bit of time right now.
Yeah. Okay. Is Joker gonna try to go for the music power up, or no?
I mean, against Nano, I would think so. I mean,
I'll pop a little Rebellion 1, and get up.
We're getting Judgment Day 2. Oh goodness.
Judgment Day 1. All right, I get it.
Oh my goodness.
I feel it. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see.
BostonBlueBeat, top 8 loser side. Izanami versus Ragnar.
What's the round start here? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I appreciate the immediate recognition here by Joker, but it's not if he's now in the corner. That is what I would say. Oh, no, he's in the corner. Is what I would say. Okay, now they're actually out of the corner. But
Joker tried to go for the YOLO gun fight, but got stuffed by Nano.
Now they're going for the YOLO Gauntlet Hades here. Joker is trying so hard to just get out of this pressure, but Nano's just so good at using the bits to cover his offense there, to cover his opponent's escape.
Active mode rotates once again.
So
That air dash. Double overhead air dash sequence is so grimy. I love it.
Yeah, and he does it really clean too.
Yes, indeed.
Got one more guess. Oh, not quite.
Tried to DP. DPs again!
The DP messes up his offense, and now the Joker's time. Is this his moment?
We're gonna see a counter assault or no? Blocks the gauntlet Hades. Just above the mix. Low profile on the 2D. Nano ducks clean under that gauntlet Hades. Says that's a fancy little mix-up you got out there.
I mean, just the awareness to do that. I mean, it is incredible right now.
Alright, forcing the early burst out of Joker.
Joker, no burst, no meter to counter assault. He's not even going to put up with all of this. Finds the DP.
God. I'm worried about these DPs, man. I feel like it's just going to be one interaction where Nano's just going to start a sequence, block, wait, and watch a DP come out. He does have 50 meter to play with, though. High, low, where do you go?
I mean, Nano
into the land down under.
And Nano taking it 2-1 over Joker. Very convincing.
God damn. That was just really, really great play from both. Joker, unfortunately, is out of the bracket, and Nano will move forward, continuing their losers run.
Yeah, for sure. With that, we're moving on to our next match here.
Oh my god.
Hey, you good?
No, I just, Dawn made an insane losers run to get here.
Oh,
So, for context for those that missed the start of the stream, Dawn got knocked out in round 1 and has since cleaned up the losers bracket. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 games in the loser's side, fighting for his life.
Wow.
This is why I said that loser's bracket is a dangerous place to be. It's not safe.
Being in the lobby is dangerous too, with all this disconnection.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
dear. Okay, well, at least only one of them disconnected. It wasn't like a spectator disconnect. But
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's insane. Yeah, he my man actually got the losers bracket power. That's crazy.
that is bonkers. That is not easy by any means. In an online bracket, that's tough. You can definitely get cold very quickly. But yeah, Jesus, and already set to go back to it. See if this holds. Hopefully, there's no issues on that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's been extremely clean so far. But Aurelius versus Mew, this is an interesting matchup. And I don't know it super well because I have not sat through a Mioro lecture of this matchup yet.
I also haven't really seen it very often. I mean, Mew 12 is a very rare character to see, you know. And I guess we're just not going to see it since we keep getting disconnected.
Wants to be as rare as possible and unseen.
I guess so.
Yeah. While we sort through some of that, there are a couple of things to talk about just in general with kind of BBB stuff coming up. One big thing that is super important to mention is that we're going to start implementing a couple of improvements to stream. You've already seen a couple of new things, the commentator cards, you get to see our faces and avatars, super sick and all that jazz.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing a bit more over time, and also one of the big ones that I think a lot of people will be glad to see is that we're going to be implementing connection tests next month. We're going to be maintaining our region rules, so it'll still be open all of North America, but we're implementing connection tests in order to mitigate any potential issues that may rise. As we all know, rollback is not a cure-all for a really bad internet connection or really bad routing. So we'll be running that, and that will hopefully be very helpful. Additionally, we'll be adding in a bot in the Discord that will help set up some of the role assignments. You guys can just automatically hop in for the CF role entrance in this case as well. So a lot of useful things in general and quality of life things that we're trying to bring and improve on the stream here.
Yeah, a lot of good changes coming to the BostonBlueBeat series. And speaking of good changes, we are finally going to be able to see the match because it seems like we have a working match now. Finally. So let's get right into it here. Arklancer versus Dawn. Yeah, I never, really don't see this matchup very often. It seems like already Arklancer is showing some really good character knowledge here. Getting a lot of mileage out of these charges of the turrets here.
Well, I would not be surprised if Ark had the chance to play against Nano a couple of times. I'm not sure if they have, but I would not be shocked if that were the case. Nano hasn't really been playing in ranked very much. They're a Relics player for those that are uninitiated, but has definitely been seeking a good amount of online sets outside of tournaments. So they've been out here. Dawn, however, definitely showing they've got a lot to work with. Nice up back on the count on the EA, but unfortunately no usage of wife. Trying to set up dual BIOS at full screen.
Oh my goodness, just sniffing out that the air throw right there. Very good stuff from Dawn. Dawn looking really good so far.
Yeah. Next round blocks the 5C. 2-1-4A comes out. Are playing very well around that. One of the really cool things about new matchups in general in new players is that you'll get the chance to see how they adjust their zoning or how they approach their zoning before set play a lot. And that's kind of like one of the really sick things.
Mutual, because of just so many, because she has like so many different ways that you can set up her turrets and so many things you can do with the turrets on top of her other projectiles. There's a lot of different ways that they can adjust it depending on what their opponent does. So.
There's a lot of flexibility afforded to you in general. Nice Stein shot. Sets up the lasers, just gashes up deeply, takes that counter assault and says, alright, bet.
And that's a good note. We saw it just there too. Something that's really nice about Mutual in this matchup though is that Mutual was one of the characters that actually has a very good button for smacking Doll. Some characters don't have a very good like long range poke to hit Doll and are able to de-summon her from it, but because U12 has 5C, we're already seeing it. Arklancer is being very aware when Dawn is throwing out the wife carelessly like that, and then just smacking her real quick with 5C just to de-summon her.
I would say, I would go further and argue that 5C is kind of like the starter to that. On top of all of this, normally Relays can handle zoners pretty solidly with Ignis. You know, he can toss out Dahl in front of himself in order to block them because she will automatically just straight up guard point it and move on. It doesn't take anything of the game to do that. But due to the angles in which Stein's hit, it feels like we might see the case where Stein's hit at certain angles wherein Ignis actually can't cover it.
Yeah.
Right now we're seeing the dual BIOS. 2-1-4B ender off of that logger. Another
looking really good right now.
JC get another.
There we go. Yep, just let the turrets do the work. Very good stuff from Ark right now. Already up around here.
Very, very clean.
Yeah, very interested to see how Dawn adjusted that. It's definitely very awkward to try to cover a character like Mu12 zoning because it's definitely much different compared to characters like S, New 13, Lambda. You know, it's not so much just her just throwing projectiles out. I mean, it's her setting up the turrets and then trying to like work around like how she uses them. Whether she runs away and just lets them do the work, or she throws them out like that as she can.
Yeah. All right, great. You said a Stein. Is she going to cancel into a normal? Is she going to jump cancel from the jump cancel? Which is going to IED or is she going to back off?
There again, 5C. I mean, it's. You know, and I know, and that's super good. As can do the same thing, and I mean, it's really just a pain in the ass for Relis to deal with.
Yeah, it feels like Dawn is not used to having Doll get stuffed out so consistently and just negated, right? There are so many defensive situations where like Dawn just straight up doesn't have it all because she got smacked out a second earlier.
Yeah, because then finding a time to summon her out again, I mean, by the time they smack her out, like, you know, you're not really ready for that, you know, so you have to have that kind of situational awareness for that.
2A2B.
So what's that 6B there, and Dawn finds a way out, and that should be confirmed. He immediately bursts right in. Does not want him to have a chance. Oh, hopefully Arklancer doesn't regret that. Oh boy, here we go, dual BIOS.
Yep. Party time!
You block?
Certainly can when the 6A whiffs, but don't worry, double air dash is here to save the day. A nice little regen combo here as well. Ignis is back up to full. Hello, wife. It's been a little while since I've seen you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Very nice anti-air there from Arklancer. Yeah, Arklancer looking good to take the set right now. Up on set point.
I'm not going to hold you. She is looking comfortable.
Oh, yeah, she's looking real comfy right now, dude. Oh, Dawn finds the hit there with the JB.
Now, this is a real test of comfort in this matchup. Against Relius in general, this character's pressure is so extended, except when your opponent just DPs out and you try to go for the double air dash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. 5B, 3C knockdown. Just DP'd out, and this is cover. Alright, 5B.
There we go. It's the sandwich combo. Right into super. No burst for you, ma'am.
Simple
Very
little
nice.
Kato to end it.
There we go. And there's that 5C again, man. I mean, oh my god. I mean, she is so good at these 5A anti-airs.
Yeah.
Everything able to confirm off of them. Oh my goodness! I'm surprised you went for E8 there too. I mean,
yeah.
she could have got a huge punish, but that's okay, you know. Bracket nerves, it happens.
5C.
Go for what you feel comfortable with. There we go. Regardless, she's a big confirm for her right now, and I mean, Marcus is looking so good to take this set right now.
Okay, with great OP.
There's no doubt. You just got 50 meter. Oh my goodness. Yep, and that's ooh.
I know exactly
the bag now. Uh-oh.
This could be bad.
It's gonna be like Relius. I mean, you can get robbed real quick. Yep, and here we go. What?
my
Itachi Blade on a dual bios? What?
You are okay. That was
wow.
no. All right. That was slick. That was just slick.
That was very slick. I did not expect that. I did not think she could
say
do
to
that.
That was slick.
Like, wow, she really recognized the gap and was like, what if I just and she wow.
So
just, wow.
like,
I have nothing else. Just wow. That was really good.
One of the things that you have to remember, right, is that, and I believe this was off of the barrier 5C, who was pushed out, so that makes sense. So a big thing to talk about Relius, right, and dual bios in general, and I was meaning to talk about this. Before I do that, I just want to say congrats to Dawn for making it that far in the top 8, all the way to the loser side.
Sure.
You're cracked out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really great. Amazing showing from Arc as well, who we will see soon. Dual bio setups, really, a lot of the best ones are predicated off of in a very simple way, off of just 6A knockdown, or 3C counter hit, or 3C knockdown into dual bios, right? If you're not setting up into it in certain ways, and your opponent has a couple of cheeky, has a really good understanding of Relius and a couple of cheeky options, you can get things like that end up happening.
Yes.
That's not to say that, you know, some of the like all the dual bios were bad or whatever, things like that, right? We saw full screen dual bios, but Dawn was immediately prepared for Arc's movement with an air throw, right? Which is really cool to see. But there's situations where it's like, okay, well, what if Arklancer just jumped, like neutral jumped and then backdashed on you, super jumping forward, right? Stuff like that, where you want to be a bit more mindful with it, right? But ultimately, that is a nitpick for a ton of other stuff that was happening in that matchup. But it's just something that I wanted to talk about as we see violence incarnate.
Yeah. As I was about to mention, we are now at the Izanami mirror. We somehow traded Susan mirrors for Izanami mirrors. Arguably worse, but you know what? This could be funny. So let's see. Let's see what happens. These are two very highly proficient players of their character. And you also don't really see this mirror very often. So
I can't remember the last time I saw this mirror, actually.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, honestly. But yeah, sorry lads. This is a Susan mirror, thick one. I don't know.
Do you want a Susan mirror? Do you want a Ragnar mirror?
It's either Jurassic Park or like, you know, the mythology fight. I don't know.
We haven't seen a Ragnar mirror or a Susan mirror, and this is a BBBO bracket. This is a funny time.
I know. It really is a new era, I gotta tell you.
Truly. Oh, 2B. There it is. God, I love low profile 2Bs.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that beautiful dude in the chat? Yo, shout out to Julian. Sorry, I just had to do that real quick. Anyways, but yeah, going back to this, it seems like that is Nano. Okay, no, Nano is the default costume.
Oh, messing with fuzzy hair.
That's why I know I'm not used to this mirror, because I almost lost track of Pusu. Oh, yeah. It's so easy with the Susan one, because Adroth always uses the purple color.
They're just massive.
But I gotta get used to this. They're new players, dude. I gotta get used to it. But anyways, Nano's taking the first round pretty convincingly here over Koopa Cloud. And I mean, yeah, I suppose this is really just a matter of, you know, who can get their bids going first, you know, and who can just get that nice space control going first into the neutral here.
Yeah, since the T26A has bits, so it covers it and maintains pressure, but great barrier. Why? God. Izanami hurt boxes. What a funny little thing, huh? Nano managing to squeeze out a hit through that insane situation. Float, unfloat, fuzzy, bye.
Into the reset, yeah. He's going to be taking all this damage here. But drops it because one thing that's funny about Izanami is a very small hitbox for the most characters. So.
Alright, back
both characters just trying to, both players just trying to bait out each other's stuff right now. There's the two players that are very familiar with each other's tool sets.
Forcing out the fireball
here.
Oh,
That should be it. No burst.
Nano just waited out the fireball, which was nice, but they still got caught with the box stun, and Cooper just dashes through. It's the simplest of mates that gets the hits.
Exactly.
Good call out on the active mode switch.
Yeah, so just up to Nano right now. He's like immediately bursting. Does not want to let Nano get anything started with his offense.
Oh my god, gets sniped out by one of the bits.
He's really good right now. Already has Road Cage, has Exodus. Ooh, misses to confirm. Again, these small hurt boxes on their characters seem to be messing both of them up, I feel like.
Yeah. Goes into float. Switches
sides. Swap. Very nice. Coop, I would assume, is trying to elongate this combo as much as possible. Yep, get your barrier back up, King. Very nice. Don't need the corner to mix you up. Oh my goodness, that fireball that answered the dive kick there. Very good stuff from Nano and just taking it over Koopa in the first match here. Very good stuff.
Yeah, dead and gone.
I mean, damn it, there's not really much to say, honestly. This is like the weirdest part about commentating mirrors, honestly. It's just, it's very much just the player versus the player at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's more so that this matchup is uncommon in North America at the very least. I don't know about the Nano players.
Oh yeah.
And the way how both players kind of have to manage each other's active mode and ribcage at the same time, like,
yeah.
From what I'm seeing so far, God, that is
wow, whatever.
From what I've seen so
oh my
far,
goodness! Oh my goodness! They're just floating all over buttons. It is. This is not a battle of wit. This is a battle of bits right now, dude. I mean, I don't even know what else to say.
Oh my god. So many bits, you would think there was a bite here and there, but no command grab, just an air throw will do it.
You think Izanami invests in Bitcoin?
Silence. I can't believe you actually said that. I mean, Izanami would invest in Bitcoin because it means the death of plant life.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense when you think about it.
I hate this. Alright, goes into overshot.
Well, Nano isn't. I mean, he's getting this nice OD comp right into the corner carry, right into the setup. Bits. Rib cage.
Oh, that was a
explosion. It's the usual offensive cycle here from Nano. He's very good stuff right now.
Mixing on the weekend like usual. Watching BlazBlue!
Watching BlazBlue.
Ah! On my bracket. Doobie-doo! Ah! 5B counter hit.
So Nano's looking really good, and there we go. Takes it over Koopa, 2 up. And I mean, I think between the both players, I mean, I think Nano just overall had a bit more of the better defense, the better offense overall. And it definitely seemed to show in that set there. But either way, good stuff to both players. Hopefully we'll never have to see that mirror ever again.
The Izanami players have culled themselves from bracket, but now that we have the one true Izanami, they are contractually obligated to win the bracket. Otherwise, I don't know, they'll probably be sad in Discord or something.
More than likely.
But yeah, we'll see.
It looks like now we will be getting Arklancer versus Koji, I believe. So
Yeah.
I don't think either of these players need much of an introduction. I mean,
How did I
Arklancer-
forget? I'm so sorry. We have 1.5 Izanami players still. I'm a lying
Oh,
liar.
huh.
Lied.
準備だ選手を選んでくれ
Look, as long as we don't end up with a mirror. I mean, Koji does not strike me as the kind of guy who enjoys the mirror.
I.
Well, why would you do it anyways? I mean, if you have another character, then why would you even do that to yourself?
I mean,
No?
it depends. Would you rather do a mirror and have a slug face or fest, or would you rather do it with Mai, who I don't really know how that matchup would flow on paper, to be quite frank.
イザナミ
So don't. I mean, I suppose we'll get there if we ever get there. But
We'll
No.
cross the bridge if we get
cross
there.
that bridge when we get there. For now, we're gonna be seeing Mutual versus Izanami.
Top 8, loser side of BostonBlueBeat Online.
Correct. And if y'all
Don't
haven't
forget-
already, if y'all haven't already,
Oh.
exclamation point, Matcherino. There's to the
Hey.
fire right before we're done here.
Yeah, the pot is a little big because we got a nice little donation from a Terumi
ザ
player
ウィール
named
オブフェイトイズ
DGF.
ターニング
That was a DGF.
リベル
My
So
goat.
hey, now there's over $100 on the line.
Hell yeah, dude.
You better get cracking. And hey, don't forget, you guys can increase the pot bit by bit or with direct donation as well. So hey, it all goes to the players. We want to make sure they can keep on keeping on and make it worth it for them.
Exactly.
Anyway, that was a very okay. That forward jump was good. I think there's a lot of times where Izanami will throw out a laser, where Izanamis will throw out like fireball, and people kind of end up like a deer in headlights, given that it tracks and the hitbox is so tall on it.
Yeah.
So that was just good movement to avoid that situation.
Man, Arklancer is looking really good right now. Taking the first round very convincingly over here. Koji.
Yep. Closes out with the game
2
for the round.
アクション
There we go, Koji finding a way in. Oh my goodness.
214A
Yep.
finding a way.
Easiest EA of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
And Koji is going in. He doesn't care.
That was a straight up whiff
my
one from
goodness.
5C. I'm not gonna lie. 6C.
Wow, what a confirm.
It drops because of the Steins, but Ark still picks it back up, sets out the laser super. Looks like you still got a
and
block,
right
my
into-
friend.
and right into 60. Very
Yeah.
nice. And wow, I mean, she just ran over him in that first match. Arklancer is going to be taking over 1-0, and Coach is going. They're just going straight back in. No time to even think about it.
ザウィールオブフェイトイズターニングリベル
Let's see, what's the round start here?
アクション
Cody's
Alright,
going
let's
to
see
take a
what
bit
we
more
got.
calm approach here. I mean, Cody's been trying to be brawlic right now. Oh, he's already getting shot. Very nice dive kick there.
That gets the 3C.
Oh,
Ooh,
goodness. Bomb
a
there.
misinput there with the float cancel.
You have got a player like Arklancer. You've got to lock her down early, man.
Yeah. Thankfully, Koji did get that JB in. And now, speaking of lockdown, it's party time, friends.
Well, this is the explosion there, but that's okay. Coming in with the bits.
Yeah.
Cody's just trying his best, trying to open her up.
Oh my god!
Oh, and there we go. Finally cracks under the pressure. Ooh, does it though? That's not good. Going super.
We're okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. We got the 2B.
Everybody
Hey,
relax.
you know?
You had it under control the entire time.
Oh,
Why would you
we got
ban it? I'm not banning it. Why would you ban it? Stop
I'm
it.
calm. I'm calm.
Exactly.
You're not calm. That's the Stein. Fireball. Oh, that's an awkward burst from Arklancer. I don't think they were expecting Koji to kind of have that like drop there, so I get it, but at the same time.
Sure.
Oh, that was sick.
Wow, I love the awareness there of the bits from Koji. Oh my goodness.
Amazing Stein set to delay the fall. Charge Steins.
There it
You
is.
gotta block
Yeah.
those. And Charge Steins can start chipping you out. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. In general, they need to be such a nuisance if you get let Mutual just get them set up like that.
Yeah, from playing Ark, there are definitely times where Arklancer's like, actually, I'm just going to zone you out, and we'll set up the charge steins and then parade you throughout the stage. However,
go ahead.
it's Izanami, 6B, it's party time, a lot of barrier to play around with, as well as almost 50 meter. This will certainly need the super if Koji gets this hit. The 2B,
Oh, very nice. Whoa.
immediately there. Float cancel,
Very
no
nice.
super needed.
So nice from Koji.
Yeah.
Koji looking real good right now. Putting himself on the board, 1-1.
Oh, and both players just mashing. They want to get right
They
back
don't.
to it.
Dude, I'm telling you, they do not care. I mean, this is just straight violence at this point.
Indeed, it is.
The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1. Action.
5C round start.
Already with the 5C at the start there.
That's the
laser,
laser.
yep.
Force the block.
Now my turn.
Offense, yeah.
With the early burst here from Arklancer.
Oh my.
Oh my god, he is sliding, slipping, and sliding right
this
now.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh
earlier.
my! What? Are you good, bro? You good?
I don't think he's good. I think he's not doing well.
Oh,
I don't know what
my
possessed him to
goodness.
do those slides. He
A demon,
barely
apparently.
slid like in all of his other sets, and now look at you, emotional. Oh my god. Counterassault, slide again. That's minus. You can punish that. Oh my god.
He just keeps doing it. I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Hold on, he's waking up now. Hold on. The
QC.
demon has stopped possessing him. Hold on. Okay, Koji. All right. Okay. Oh,
Sort of
that's it, but that's okay.
Perform. QC. Combo with the 2B.
Level 2.
Okay.
Action.
Potentially the
Ground
last
circle
round
inside?
for the
Okay.
bracket run. 5C counter hit into 6B. You're taken to the corner by Mew. 12. You try to slide.
He's doing it. Oh, almost got to confirm off of the
Yeah.
interaction afterwards there, but
I think he's expecting this time to go off, but he hit Arc just in time, like right before this time is going to go off.
yeah.
However, now things are not looking very up for Koji. Yep, that 6B, 2B, it's so dirty. I don't know how you block it. I really, frankly, don't.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I'm getting hit by that.
Yeah, like
so
that.
was Koji.
Arklancer just taking the last match there very convincingly, and she'll be moving on to the next round of the loser side.
Yes, indeed.
And waiting for her will be yet another Izanami, Nano,
Yeah.
to determine who will be playing in losers final.
Yeah, the gauntlet continues.
Like that, we're down to our top four: Icecool, Sodelic in winners, and Nano and Arklancer in losers.
Yep. Now we here at BBB, we generally go through the top three, so we'll be going through the gauntlet of winners finals, losers finals, and brands. Before winners, we'll go over just a couple of things that are going on in general, just to kind of take a quick pause on all the action, because this has been nuts. But I think our losers matches are very, very ready to keep on rocking right now.
For sure. And I mean, so far, these matches have just been great so far, man. I mean, wow. I mean, I gotta tell you, man, the level of play we've been seeing ever since Rollback came out, I mean, it's been spectacular. I am loving it. I am loving every second of it. Really, just seeing all the competition in general, man. I mean, I'm loving just all these people that are coming out for these tournaments now. Man.
Yeah, it has been absolutely nuts these days.
And seeing how well the tournament's able to run now with all the quality, I mean, it still feels surreal. I gotta be honest. I mean, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a little crazy, but we're here and we're finally getting these things done, and I'm very happy. But yeah,
Here we go. We have our next contestants of Arklancer, U12 versus Nano's Izanami. And
this will be a sight to see.
this is going to be a sight to see. Koji, I mean, he is definitely no slouch, but Nano, I mean, I gotta tell you, he is on another. He's been on another level this entire tournament. I think. You know, he is
You
just.
think he's been on one?
He is. Oh, he's got to be, bro. He's got to be. I mean, he is on. He's on another level right now. The likes of which you've never seen before.
I'm gonna instigate a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you think Nano's gonna take this set, yeah?
I mean, maybe. I mean, Iris has also been looking really good. I mean, these are two just really solid players, I think.
He's been on another level. Maybe he'll take the set.
But I think Nano's just been doing really good. I mean, he's shown to have really good defense so far, really good EA, really good awareness with overdrive and such. His offense has been looking immaculate on top of that. So.
Offense is absolutely.
But I think Arklancer has also been looking really good too. I mean, her neutral has been the best that I think it's ever been from what I've seen from him. So. And let's see. But I don't think we're going to get a chance to see that right now because Nano already starting his game plan here.
Looks like Nano disagreed about talking about neutral and decided to just say, wow, what if I was just in there already?
Yep. That's about right.
Succeed. Ooh, we got a long combo. We're building a barrier. We're going to go into active mode. None of that rib cage stuff. I'm in danger. Just kidding. You're in danger. Good hit here. Good lead into super. And dead.
Super here. Right into it. Yep. Very good stuff from Nano right now. Yep. Sending a message in the first round with the perfect.
Indeed. First is back for Arklancer, but I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit they got smoked.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely fine to use burst early like that in general against Izanami, but I mean, man, is it oh, but there we go, option for the overdrive into EA.
Yeah, recognize the 3C, got their punish. I think if they're awesome started, Nano's great ID boost to just get out of there. Good movement past the lasers as well. Look at that!
Yeah, oh my goodness.
They're in active mode too. They can't block. They're just moving.
Yeah, wow. Oh, he's gonna slide there, but the laser messing him up there. It's okay, now they're in. There we go, not much to say here. I mean,
it's that Eolyne mix we all know and love. High, low, where do you go?
Menu, and there we go. With the fuzzies, right? It's forcing the burst out. Oh my god, that confirmed.
Oh! Okay, alright, pack it up.
Oh my.
Pack it up. We're done here.
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah, not much to say. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yeah, I think it speaks for itself. Let's be honest here.
That was the first game. What am I saying? I'm capping. That was one game. That was one game? I felt like that was 2 games. Oh my god. I'm not gonna hold you. That backdash, that cooked me. That's a backdash you see when it's like, I haven't even DP'd yet. And you're like, oh,
they just know.
You're like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
And you know, with the character that uses Nami, I mean, with bits covering you, I mean, you can take that kind of risk too. You know, you can take that kind of guess. You know, her kit really lends itself well to that kind of stuff. So,
Fuzzy,
oh my god!
What was that? No, the J8! Hit the Tachi!
Dude, that's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, my man's is on one right now, dude.
Yeah, you might just be right. Jesus Christ.
And man, I gotta tell you, I love it when I'm right. So.
And it's not like Ark is playing badly either. Like, she's playing well! Nano's
just playing on a level that's just, you know, that's just above her at this point, you know?
Nano has definitely decided that they just don't feel like a loser.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, and there the turret's actually messing up, and oh my god, wow, the awareness to confirm off of it like that.
Okay, gets the float.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was a hard combo to do. Just barely drops it, but and here we go. Ark mounting her offense now. Looking primed to take this round. If you can keep it up, oh, and there it is, the whiff 6B.
Just too far. The barriers from Nano just not there. Gosh. JB. Alright, Ark's got started. Nano blocks 6B.
Yeah, good, looking good.
JB.
Confirm. Okay, Nano in the corner. You have to keep him there.
Set the Stein. Izanami does not have any room to breathe. Tachi is blocked.
Oh my goodness.
Movement right now is just been stellar. Great 5A from Arklancer.
From here. Yep, forces the burst out of Nano.
Excellent, but the
16.
Oh
my god, confirm out of it too! Wow.
The Stein sends them flying, but that slide.
All of it. Allowing her to slide right into the DMs.
Oh my god.
There we go. Oh my goodness. And Ark is just, she cannot block right now. It's too much.
There's so many options getting thrown, and Nano knows all of the dirt. All of it.
Yeah, and just getting hit. I probably tried an option there on Wake Up and just got stuffed. And like that, Nano taking over here, 2-0.
A much faster second game, and yet a lot more. I felt like it was a lot more trades and back and forth from Nano and Ark. God, is...
With that, Nano will now be moving on to Losers Final, awaiting his opponent, who will be between Icecool and Sodelic.
Yeah, God.
And yeah, Icecool. I mean, Icecool's looking primed to defend his title, man.
All three of these guys.
Top three. you know, look, sitting in winner's side. I mean, he takes it over to Sodelic. He's going to be sitting pretty in winner's side grand final, man.
I could see. This is a really great top 3. I could see anybody take it right now.
Correct. Yes, I agree. I definitely agree.
But Nano is now just like resting and gets to watch this next set unfold and then clean up the remaining 2 games. So this will be. This one's gonna be nutty. I'm not gonna lie.
But in the meantime, I think did you have a few things to say about the few announcements, a few things you wanted to say, or did you want to save those until?
We can go over them right now. I think it'll probably be best. First things first, we're almost done with the Matcherino. Last time I checked, there was only 9 codes left. So make sure that you guys are filling those up. There's over $100 in the pot, all going to the players, and it is very nice to see people get a little bit of a paycheck for playing this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to add a little bit more bread. Can't only be, you know, you have to put in $100 in like almost every other pot.
Who doesn't want to make money off of playing video games? I mean, come on.
It's a lot of fun. Next thing to mention for the online stuff, we're gonna start to run connection tests, and we're gonna set up a bot for some of the role assignments, which should make things a lot smoother, as well as a couple updates to stream. So you'll be seeing them over time. We're very excited to show them off. I'm not gonna lie, even just the commentator screen has me hyped. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, it's looking clean though.
Yeah,
I love seeing. And I love seeing my Twitter profile on it too.
Yeah, it's pretty godlike. Other than that, you know, for those that want to see us offline, our next offline month will be March 5th at Balance Patch. Got a few changes to the lineup. We'll be running some of these as our main games. We'll have Exerd, Strive, CF, MBTL, and Dragon Ball Fighters, which we are now starting to run as a main game. Of course, per usual for Boston events in general, if you bring enough setups for a game, we will help y'all run it. So, and we will make sure that's like on the side. So, don't be afraid to show some love for different games that aren't on the main lineup. That's the main things I just wanted to go for. But yeah, make sure to bring that up. You know, we got CC players. We got CC players around, man. But yeah, Smoothie mentioned in the chat. But yeah, that being said, I think we're good to go for winners finals. I think these guys are raring to go.
Yes, sir. For those that are joined or forgot, short attention span, short memory loss here. Short attention span, short memory loss here. So Sodelic, real good. What's a Carl coming in the top 3 here? And Icecool, one of the reigning BostonBlueBeat online champions, even since the delay-based era, coming into top 3 to defend his title with Susan. And for those that forgot, also sitting in losers final, for the loser of this is Nano, the menace, the Izanami menace.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure here. There's over $100 on the line. Everybody wants to vie for supremacy in what's been a really messed up bracket. I mean, there's killers everywhere. We have seen some murder.
I mean, it was just a complete sharp hit. I mean, it was. Yeah. I mean, we're kind of at that point too. You know, the honeymoon phase is over. I mean, that's pretty much all you're going to be seeing from these brackets now. It's just killers, dude.
And on top of all that stuff, I do not want to be on loser side against either of these players, and I do not want to fight Nano in a 1 3 out of 5 set.
Yeah, nothing but killers, animals, monsters, gatekeepers. I mean, it's.
Here we are. Carl versus Susanoo. Icecool versus Sodelic. New York versus Indiana.
Yes, sir.
BBB, top 3.
Icecool mounting his offense early here. Already finding the DP seal. Very nice. And here we go, finding the hit. Immediate burst from Sodelic.
Block on the double overhead.
Pushing him all the way to the corner. Fada acting as the wall right now and finds the DP. Very nice. Doesn't get to confirm off of the rapid, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Wow, what a mash! That was so brave.
Good match there. Icecool's been on for 60. Icecool goes for 60 in his offense, a decent amount, as well as 60. Obviously, you got to show it, but it is exploitable, especially depending on what he's shown beforehand. Time to go for the high-low. Icecool blocks it excellently. Amazing IPs as well. Look at the meter. Already enough meter for another DPRC.
Oh, trying to look for the counter assault there, but
yeah, didn't confirm the hit there. Just a 5, a measly little 5A. Ada right by his side. Immediately.
Wow, forcing the burst out of Icecool. I really hope he does not regret this now, so Sodelic has a hit.
I'm not gonna hold you. Okay, never mind. He got out.
I'm going to catch him in the corner. Oh man, dude.
There's almost 20 seconds left on the clock. Icecool not quite in the
Wow,
life
he
yet.
is fishing for the counter solo. Sodelic is not getting. Oh my goodness!
I don't know if that was a mash DP or what. 12 seconds left on the clock. Icecool has to get this hit within 10 seconds. Counter assault available. Gets hit by the 3C. Falls over the burst. Ada.
Yo, dual fight. Ada vision. What? Yo, where does that do that? What the?
God.
That was only the first round.
Great 2C
What
now.
is going on here?
No burst available for Carl. Text the throw. Call
here
for
we go.
Loco. Now you're in the corner.
It's double trouble time.
Ooh, you got hit by the double overhead.
You are
Nice
exactly
ideas,
where Carl wants you
asshole.
to be. Unblockable.
Oh, it's
yeah.
God. Thrust trigger, get the Ada meter back, and we gonna do it once more. No, we're gonna go for the reset. Goes for the high low once again. Doesn't matter. Just kidding. It was a throw.
At EA up king.
Euchre once again. Tech.
Delayed air dashes. EA's to do the empty jump low. And Icecool going in.
All seals active. Gets the counter hit 5D, but no confirm.
Oh, gets a confirm that time. Who's ready?
Okay, gets a call to the corner. Can unlock DP off of this. Decides to opt for it. 5A meaty with
That was nutty.
God, just waiting on the counter assault from Sodelic.
Yeah, he's really looking for it right now. Oh, he is lucky Sodelic did not recognize that with 2C. Yep, finds the bird. Very lucky to not get it dated there.
Ada so far, that was the first gear super that I've seen nobody actually ran their faces into it all day.
Somehow.
We have been here for almost 3 hours, and that is the first gear super that I've seen that was not blocked with the face.
Dude, my brain is still fried at my man's doing DP through the fucking duo bio.
That was, I have no idea why.
I mean,
well, excuse me,
what
that's
an
Rhapsody of Memories, or something, whatever it's called. I honestly forget. But,
whatever the hell is going on, I don't care. My man Icecool is an animal. I mean, he is feral. Goodness gracious.
The clap, no conversion. Kuroko comes out. No hit on Icecool against Ada. 4D Fatal, not a long enough stagger. We're not playing Kokonoe. Block the 2B. 2B again.
Very nice.
Oh, Brio to catch the fuzzy jump. 6C OD, regenerate Ada.
Yeah, that's actually really smart. Just lost Ada there. Here we go. Another session of double trouble here. Okay. Nice tech on the purple throw there.
A. Now it's a sandwich. Counter assault could lead to a dangerous defense situation. It doesn't matter. Icecool managed to open up Sodelic. Walks up on him and just clicks 6B. 5D air hit, no conversion. Alright, Ada's back on the field.
There we go. Here we go. The sandwich situation. Very nice. The instant barriers to push Carl out mid-screen. It's very viable right now. Oh, goodness gracious, the DC.
See, wheels, TV. DP unlocked.
Here's 5 is off of that. Nope, forcing the burst up from Sodelic. Hero burst.
Oh,
and it does
my
not pay off.
stars.
It does not pay off.
2C and canceled into DP.
I mean, I really hope Sodelic does not regret that because
good heavens.
he's about to feel the full effects of doing a hero burst like that.
That was okay. Tried to fuzzy, but Carl perhaps too short or maybe missed time. Crush trigger into throw. I've seen Icecool do this a million times. This confirmed is easy as pie. DP is already unlocked, so opts for the wheel. Now this next hit is going to hurt. However, okay, double overhead.
Sodelic's still fighting. He still breathes life.
Come on, switch
Side
sides.
swap.
OD is available for
There we go.
Icecool and enough meter for
On the wall. Oh my, finds the DP. And I mean, Icecool's DPs have just been so good this entire set.
DP again.
I mean, oh my goodness.
Blocked. High
Oh,
low.
there we go. Now he's getting cracked open right now. So we need about 2 more hits, roughly, give or take. Sodelic has to be careful. Icecool, yep, he has to be careful.
Another
Icecool's been showing that option so far. He's got to do something, and that should be it. I'm gonna hold my breath. There we go. I mean, what a on-the-spot optimization there. I mean, very good stuff from Sodelic, keeping us up alive right now.
Oh my barely hit Ada in time to avoid the flat. That would have spelled doom for Icecool at the beginning.
Dude, these
And a
button presses out of his
mash.
overheads have been so ballsy. It's actually insane. Those nads on this ladder right now are crazy.
Truly is the mad lag.
Oh, I
6B
know.
hits. Grand Viper. Wheel is available now after that JD. 6B gets blocked. That's hella plus. Goes for the Grand Viper. And that's going to be death before burst.
Nice and simple. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. That Grand Viper, you know, it catches a lot of people unawares, but it is so great at catching fuzzy jumps.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially if you have meter, I mean, you have no reason not to, you know? This is a very solid option for keeping up pressure at that point. So.
Yeah, at that point, you're just letting it rip.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Now,
Icecool looking very nice right now. Up 2-0 already. Winners final. Only need one more to make it to grand. They'll be sitting real pretty, man, in winners side grand final. That's a nice spot to be against a character like, potentially like Carl Flores and Nami.
And with a round start like that for Icecool, it is looking very up for him. Nice 6A there.
Oh my
God. Okay, immediate burst. Wants to demolish Carl. There's no CA available for Carl. Ada is too far away. The only thing that would land at this rate is a Volante or a Fuoco, but it doesn't matter. Great command dash, but still finds themselves in the corner. Sister at their side, DP'd on your opponent's wake up because I need to let you know.
Oh goodness, quick trigger right into the sword combo here. Icecool looking really good to do the 3-0. Can we do it?
It is very, very possible right now.
Oh goodness, it finds the 60 there.
Air hit 60, wheel into RC.
Okay.
Into RC.
Things are looking bleak for our hero Sodelic right now.
Burst didn't even come back for Sodelic.
He's really careful. Ooh, finds the clap. Nice confirm.
Another one. Caught trying to fuzzy jump.
That's a side swap. Ooh, misses it, but that's okay. He is coming in. Oh goodness, misses it there. That's okay though. Still looking pretty good. Getting some Ada bar back.
You see,
very nice. Catching the JV there. Tried to hit something there, I assume.
Most people would cancel that into Icecool, but not so delicate. They just took the full side swap with this. They also ate the full 6B fatal. Rhapsody of Memories, not really achieving. Oh my god.
That's gonna hurt a little bit. Just a tad.
It's just gonna be the unlocks here.
It's gonna be a lot of unlocks, actually.
It might get counter assaulted, so Delic's burst is not going to come back in time to deal with Icecool's offense. Just kidding, it doesn't.
I think he's dead.
Well,
I was trying to find him. Wait up, he's dead. He's freaking dead. He is so dead, it's actually insane. Like how dead he is. I mean, wow. I mean, holy crap. I mean,
really just got,
holy smoke.
Rendered
you know?
apart.
I mean, you know?
You know, I don't even know why I questioned it when he had full unlocks. That was like, you know, that was foolish.
That was like 4 rocks, active flow, Carl health. You know.
Okay.
Anyway, so Icecool's looking real nice right now in the winner's side grand final. We'll now be seeing Sodelic versus Nano to decide who will be meeting Icecool in grand final on the loser's side.
And I'm not gonna lie, after a beating like that, to walk into Nano is not very fun. I'm not gonna hold you. I believe in Sodelic, but definitely it's not gonna be an easy run.
I mean, look, these players have been playing super well this whole bracket. But if you want to talk about players who are playing like super well, you know, italicized, bolded, alright, is there. I mean, he's just looking so good, man.
I will say though, given the amount of time before winners finals, it could be the case where we see a loser's side power up. I would. Because again, you know, as always, it is Carl. If he does make necessary neutral adjustments accordingly, his offense will take him to victory. But it is Nano's movement that he has to handle, and that is going to be. I think that's going to be the key decider of the neutral right now. How does Sodelic properly cover Nano's movement?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because that's probably been the thing that's been helping Nano the most.
Yeah.
Or at least one of the things.
Yeah. BB movement. I could talk hours on it these days. As I've played more and more, I really have come to terms with the fact that movement is absurdly important in this game. Everybody wants to talk about, well,
she is beating the snot out of the sister, by the way. That's what you're talking about. Wow.
That's his family member. Like, okay. Not... No, he has a family. No, that is the family member, Jenny. Oh, God. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Immediately bursts. Understandably so.
I don't even want to try to let me get started here.
Yeah, these are both characters that have such great Vortex offense that I would... What?
Goodness, that was definitely a misinput, but it just kind of worked out.
I mean, he got the conversion off of it. He didn't flinch whatsoever. Blocks low, and then does not block the second low. Alrighty. Alright, so where is the next hit going to be? I think it's going to be an overhead.
I was going to guess, and then it usually ended up being right. Good stuff, dude.
It feels real good to be correct.
You must watch this game a lot, dog.
I might.
Just a bit. Oh my goodness!
Fuzzy was.
God.
Yeah,
disgusting.
I would be in pain. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's just so gross.
That's pretty gross.
Hey.
It's creepy. It's. Oh my god.
I mean, it is absolutely horrifying. But anyways.
Okay.
Oh no, just finding his way out of the sandwich right now. What a wow! What a confirm.
Sometimes you are born to Jesus Christ. I don't like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh, what is that ever
when
do?
Izanami is 50-50ing you all across the stage and slowly dragging you to the corner, enough meter for a super soon, drops their confirm, Sodelic manages to escape. Doll is not available. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're dead.
You're dead. Yeah, that's it. And Nano just
okay.
Lion stalking his prey. He is trying to get this done as fast as possible. Man.
I almost thought that was 2 games.
Oh my goodness.
Dog. Like, this is just right now.
Eating him alive
right now. But there is a chance, and I do want to see.
Let's see. You know, we've seen some good adjustments from Sodelic before. You know, all right. I'm a firm believer.
Already the first one there, deciding to use Con Anima, that hit grab. Fully guard-pointed Ada, by the way. She will just eat up anything you send at her.
There's definitely something that people forget about that move, because you don't really see it very often with car players, but man, it is dangerous.
Yeah. It's one of the... Oh my god. 60 hits, 2D.
Nice, I jump low.
Forcing the burst out of Nano, but as we've seen before, both players popping burst don't mean much. Well, it does mean a lot, but it can still go either way.
It doesn't quite confirm though, but here we go.
Just gets hit by, I don't know how he got clipped by the TD there. I genuinely don't. Nano just kind of found that pocket and managed to snipe it, apparently.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Tried to JA, but ends up getting punished for it. Run up, float.
Wow. Oh my god.
Double overhead again. Once again. How many more?
How? Then there you go. Fights the hill.
Now Nano is in active mode.
He is activated, so.
Truly.
Oh, but yeah, no man, he's gonna hit now. He's not ready for that. We're gonna see a burst here soon from Sodelic.
Probably off this next.
Or an overdrive, no, but cannot do that because Bitcoin. Yeah, yo.
Oh my god. We're not. That. Oh, she's just beating up the small child. Damn it. Drag him in front of Ada too, just to kill him. Look at her standing there. Alright, so if I'm Sodelic, I'm going to go to character select and I'm going to wait for like 30 seconds.
I mean, he's already doing that. Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Okay. See,
is it time?
This is
return to form. It's a time to return to form. Oh my goodness! I was joking. I think it actually died.
And there's a will. And there's a will.
Is this the answer that we're looking for?
This is when the main theme of an anime plays. This is the potentially, or he'll die. But we'll see.
I believe.
This theme is.
I believe in our hero. I want to believe at least.
I do.
I want to see him clutch it out with Bang. I mean, how epic would it be, you know?
He is down 2 games, losers finals, BostonBlueBeat online against an Izanami that has just popped overdrive. That means Active Flow is in play quite soon for Nano.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ribcage bits, it don't matter what character you play, you're still gonna have to hold that.
Here we go. And already mounting his offense here. Oh my goodness, what was that?
I think that was a command grab that whipped, but
it was, but what was that setup supposed to be? Because that definitely was not the setup he wanted.
I have no clue whatsoever. 50% OD because Nano managed to pop that Active Flow in time. It is set point for Sodelic. What do you got? You gotta bring out something now.
You gotta find a solution now, homie. Homies on set point. Gotta make some magic happen. Oh my god! How? What?
That is certainly
okay, I mean, that's a way to... Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Okay.
Spot unfortunately got pushed too far. Lots of seals available.
Here. Very nice. Okay.
Take the poison.
Very nice pressure. Nice. Gets the command grab again. Oh, finds the anti-air. Very nice from Nano.
Nano reacting to the 2-2X with the 6A. High-low time. Where do you go? Overdrive immediately pop. It's going to extend that Active Flow timer as well.
Very nice.
Chicken all the way to the corner. No meter was spent. Goes into 2B. This hit won't kill, but the next will. There's going to be some crazy mix that comes after this.
Yeah, for sure.
What is Sodelic going to do? Tried to 6C.
Tried to be cute, but Nano was ready. That'll be it. Nano taking it over to Sodelic. 3-0. Moving on to Grand Finals, loser side against Icecool.
Nano just took that quite dominating fashion.
But wow, valiant effort from Sodelic. I definitely have big respect for the switch there. I genuinely did not think we were actually going to see the Bang. I thought I was just being delusional thinking he was a Bang player, but no, man.
It is what it is. I do want to say that Sodelic did make the great winner's run to get here to begin with, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cleaning up their sets, and they had some situations where it looked a little dire, but he managed to clean it up. But there are some times when there's just another player at the other end of the screen that just like, when you match their tempo, they bring it twice as hard.
For sure.
And it can be difficult to keep doing that in this environment. And I'm not gonna lie, this bracket is simply full of killers. There is no easy loss here. There's no loss that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked about it earlier, but you know, we're kind of out of this honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase is over. We are quite literally just kind of back to how the community was before, you know, COVID and everything kind of happened. Where, you know, we're seeing. I don't want to say we're like shooting the fat here, right? But you know, now the honeymoon phase is over. We're seeing all the killers left, all the animals, you know. The monsters, the gatekeepers, they're all here now.
Yeah.
And that's all these brackets are going to be moving forward. You know, because that's just the kind of community we're dealing with here.
That's very true.
Oh yeah.
And now Icecool gets to face the ghost of brackets past. I just double checked the bracket. Icecool did indeed send Nano into losers on the first place. He was the one that set it, the losers bracket, all into motion. Who decided to send Nano in to tear through every other person who dared to step foot in there in round 2 of winners.
I mean, this is very much Icecool's territory. I mean, this is very much, you know, his tournament series. You know, I mean, if you guys weren't here during delay-based era, I mean, he was just running a train on all the brackets that we ran here. You know, so it's very fun to see him. It's very fun to see him. You know. Reign supreme, even during rollback.
It is indeed. And ladies and gents, and those who are neither, let me tell you something. The pot got raised quite a bit in the middle of those matches. We're at $210. There are 4 codes left. Hit the exclamation point Matcherino. Why not add another $1 to that, huh?
Yeah.
All you do is just log in and you click the code and then it's done. A little 3-hour bracket and $200 in the pot. Let me tell you, that's like 24 for 4s.
That's what I'm saying, dude!
I cannot believe that got you that most hype.
Yeah! I love 4 for 4 meals, though.
But yeah, real talk. This one is
this match is this set's gonna be this is gonna be really interesting too, because Icecool is no stranger to this matchup as well. I mean, like we discussed before, Koopa is a local for Icecool, so he's no stranger to this matchup. But this is a different Izanami player, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how his matchup knowledge kind of carries over to fighting Nano.
Yeah. We've seen him take it before.
He's taken it before, so I mean, I think he's in a very good position to really take the whole tournament here.
But now, I'm not gonna hold you. Nano looks like they're more than a little warmed up. There are times in brackets where you kind of hit your peak play. I don't know where Nano's peak is at, but he has certainly been elevating throughout this entire bracket run. Icecool has certainly been pushing people as well. There's 2 sets at most to play here. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Let's roll. Sure. BostonBlueBeat Online, February Grand Finals.
Goodness gracious. And we're already starting out with a very brawling trade there. There we go. Now just finding his way in, missing the gun there. Just barely. Oh my goodness! That confirms. Oh my lord. I mean, we are seeing a level of play that you don't normally see in this game. I mean, wow.
And one of the things that we're starting to see a lot more as bracket is continuing, that we've been seeing from Nano specifically a lot, is Izanami's overdrive. We've seen a lot of bursts from Nano in particular, but I need to just talk about this OG because it is busted. It is so strong, right?
Yes, I agree.
You have to keep in mind that Izanami essentially is able to use bits whenever, however, and suffers none of the negative effects from active mode. This makes it extremely good, and Nano has been putting it to use very well.
I mean, fun fact for the viewers, I mean, it's so strong that, I mean, I won't say, I guess it's like nerd sort of, but I mean, she's having a block most set up with it. Like, it was super good, it was crazy good.
That was a fuzzy, but we're living somehow still. But yeah, the fact of the matter is that Izanami's OD is powerful, and being able to use that system mechanic in particular basically means you get to use it a lot more. Command grab!
Oh my god.
You're dead, kiddo.
Insert Zoroardo joke somewhere here. I don't know.
Get your JoJo's reference in the comments.
Just get it in. Come on, another comment. Come on, somebody say it.
There it is. Well, I mean, you were the one that did say it. You are on commentary.
I'm pointing it out before somebody else says. I'm just getting it out of the way now. Anyways.
I guess.
I suppose.
GCC.
Yeah, here we go with the overdrive here. And I really like this early overdrive into the round. Get your offense started early. Push the EA, the active flow time in your favor,
Yeah, there's just a ton of benefits there. It's one of the, sure. You gotta remember, OD and Burst are one of those mechanics that are also, that double as a, good friend Skeleton would put it, doubles as both a comeback mechanic and a win more mechanic in a sense.
Yes.
Where you can definitely extend your advantage in a lot of ways. Try to go for another 6D, rather cheeky, but it unfortunately gets blocked.
Oh my!
Oh, this house was hard to land.
Confirm. Oh my goodness!
And
oh my goodness! It's the first match.
That is certainly.
What, he's trying to send a message? Like, he's in losers? What are we about to see? Tweeter, what are we about to win? I'm scared. I gotta be honest. I'm terrified.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't lie to you, do I?
You don't? You're a very honest man? You're a very honest man.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm expecting a reset right now. What happens after?
I think there's a chance. I think there's definitely a likely chance right now. But let's see. Icecool has impressed us before.
I have seen quite a lot from Icecool. I would not be shocked if he pushed past like whatever his current limit is and took it still. But this is going to 5-3. I think.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it has to.
I want it to go to 5-3. It better go to 5-3. Really, what I'm saying. But we'll have
wow, the run up. Oh my lord. Yeah, he's going to have none of it now, dude.
It doesn't matter what your opponent does, high, lows, fuzzies, cross-ups. You have to continue playing bold. You have to continue playing confidently. Otherwise, all hope is lost. And Icecool will continue pushing forward. I've seen this dude play against a lot of monsters. This is nothing new for him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a question of whether or not both players got more in the tank. And how hard they will push.
Wow, that 2A from that hits the market 2A from Nano. Very good. Getting his offense started here. He's not blocked below. To the follow, you do it.
Great damage. Sends up the fireball.
Nice blocking overhead there. Oh, don't block the second one.
6E, gotta remember the overhead.
Are you ready for the second meteor?
I've never been ready for the second one. Command grab, though! And picks up with the bits.
Is he? I mean, man, he's...
Almost.
He is trying his best to just end it.
Try to squeeze as much damage as possible.
Yeah, he is. And there we go. Nice little stagger with the 2As. That'll be it.
That's the first successful command grab we've seen from Izanami. Don't forget, Izanami has a command grab that moves your health and barrier. It's really good, mixed amongst your offensive tools.
Wow, what a nice confirm there. Oh, goodness gracious. That was almost dangerous. Low drops like that are what Icecool's looking for. Just like that, yep. You see, already forcing the burst here in this last round.
Ribcage is set from full screen. Icecool putting themselves in the corner.
Yo, Fuzzy Wuzzy! Oh my god, Wuzzy!
DP don't matter! Barely on time. Icecool tried to hit it right when the ribcage would end, but it was just a little too late. Icecool managed to get a DP this time, unafraid of your offensive.
Yep, and there it is. That's it. Yep, Nano was ready for it. Already recognizing, this guy's willing to let it rip. I cannot go in too deep. And look at it paying off here. This is it.
I have to emphasize that both players are currently playing out of their freaking minds right now.
Well, just a bit, just a tad.
A little bit. Okay. We're gonna go to character select. I doubt there's gonna be a switch, but let's take a pause and calm down because this is insane.
A little bit of water, Tell your mom you love her, or your dad, or whatever parental figure you got.
Sometimes in situations like these, when they're so tense, you kind of need to take a quick moment and just be like, okay, whatever, let's just keep going. Something that's very important, and Speed Kicks has said this something recently. When you're in a tournament bracket, you never want to lose in a way that doesn't give out information. So, win or lose for this part, Icecool is in winner's side. He has an entire other set to play with. He could play wildly right now and try to suss out more information from Nano, or he could try to keep on making some adjustments, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
No matter what, this is going to be very important. Right now, it's not looking very well. You do not want to start off quite like this. Getting fuzzy.
And already melting his offense.
Not fuzzy yet. A great OD.
Didn't have bits to cover him, so that's going to be a free OD punish for Icecool here. Already got Sword Seal.
Yeah, Nano's been routing into that 2
there we go. Man, I'll tell you, that backdash into the bits, oh my god, I mean...
It's extremely strong. And Nano is...
He's so good at using it, man. Wow.
It's like... You already have a character with really strong tools, but what if we just gave them someone that's like extremely cracked out and just knows how to balance them all and execute on them? This character is so cool to watch in motion, but my god! Like, look at this! Look at it!
I mean, it's something. I mean, it really speaks for itself. You know what I mean? I mean, we really don't have the same luck. We can literally just let him just, you know what I mean? His offense is I mean, in the way Nano specifically constructs it, it's just so clean. You know?
Icecool starting to fight back though. We're seeing that's 2 successful OD usages on notable gaps that Nano has opted for, and I want to see Icecool press for it more. He did unlock Sword, which is nice for neutral, but unfortunately...
he's paying for the Flip 2C right now. Did not get the back scratcher hitbox that time, so...
Yeah. Oh my god.
The overhead. If I can confirm, that's okay, still got him in the corner. You have to keep Icecool there, man.
Somehow Icecool got out of the corner, but he's going right back
into it. He's on me. There's very easy access to side swap combos like that. Nano knows this. Ribcage, can't do nothing about it.
Enough meter for counter assault, danger state. Any hit will do a lot of damage. Forcing the burst out of Nano. Tried to 6-8, but it's whiffed. Nano's movement just precise enough. Tried to reverse a super, but that thing recovers so fast.
He was not enough.
Yeah, he blocked it in the air as well, adding a little bit of block stun, but managed to clean up the round. And as we were saying, you know, Icecool fighting back. This is not
fighting for his life right now. He's not getting shot right now. Knocked out of the sky. There you go. Whip throws a plus.
The hit.
Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Just a little too much.
Let Nano out, bro.
Dog press.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, and Nano is so good at throwing off those bits there. Wow, what a confirm!
What? Set the bit properly too to cover stick? What?
Yeah,
God. 6B, 2C, Fireball. Active mode already, so just needs the ribcage. Air dash into the overhead. RC.
Oh, goodness. Wow, the dinosaur head to cover his approach!
DPRC, but fumbled. Probably was looking
it was
for
either overdrive or it was going to be burst. Oh, wait, Nano looking really good right now.
Oh, Fuzzy blocks it, but gets opened up still.
Hold my breath.
Remember, friends, the Fuzzy is just the start of it.
And there we go. Just like that, Nano taking the 3-0, resetting the bracket.
I regret to inform you that I was right. We got a reset. All right. Now we've got a lot more games to be played here. Icecool was in winner's side. Now you know it was a losing loser like the rest of us. Don't worry about it. You know, this is still grand finals. There's a whole other set to play.
Correct.
But this is looking dangerous. Icecool is definitely starting to catch on to a couple of tools from Nano, but it's not been enough. Any round win that he's gotten has been bloody.
Oh yeah, like Nano is not letting him get out of a single round without some kind of fight, some kind of just scuffle, you know.
Yeah.
Like he is getting out of there with bruises and cuts and just everything. You know, it's rough.
It's fine if you got to play that way. He's certainly adjusting. It's just like it feels like every time Icecool finds one thing, Nano manages to present 3 more.
Correct. And plus, even with Icecool adjusting too, that's not
like. Look at that! Look at that! What was that? What was that? No! What was that? What was that?
What, the 2B under the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been showing that option actually. I didn't really mention it because it hasn't really been effective yet, but like I knew like when I saw him whip it right at full screen, I knew it was for low profile.
See, this is why I have you with me, because you need to point these things out to me, and they're really, really clear.
Oh yeah, it's little things like that, man. I mean, you notice them, dude. It's really good, just that kind of awareness from Nano.
It's amazing. Icecool managing to clutch
out. Icecool already looking pretty good. Like we were saying, now he's already starting off with a very convincing round to start off the reset.
2C, a little too high for the conversion there, unfortunately.
Oh, finds the slide. Here we go. See where it starts. Oh my god, these combos are not easy, by the way. From what I understand, these combos are not easy. This has
got a little bit of optimization behind it, I can tell.
Oh, if he would have confirmed that, I would have been completely different. Oh my god.
Alright, first J. Back dashes on the 6B.
Oh my god. He's so ready for it.
Matched after the IB to B too. He's just like, I'm not afraid of your plus frames. Oh, dropped it.
Yeah, that should be it. Yeah. More than likely not going to use the burst. There's no need. Be for the next round. No hero burst here. Yeah.
We ain't heroes. These are literally only villains.
Yeah, we are quite literally seeing 2 villains just fight it out right now. One of the most absolutely most absolute violent match to date right now.
Blocks the slide, but
oh, it's not enough. Murakumo's slide is real.
Very good. It might be the case that Icecool legitimately can't punish with 2A after the on ID still.
Oh, the fuzzy oh my god. I mean, it's just so disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying that the only thing grosser than this is probably jail food. I don't know, man. Like, oh my god.
Very, very true.
I just, oh my god, yeah. Trying to do a steal and lock.
All of this because Icecool wanted to click for you. All of this. Susanoo simply wanted some seals, and Izanami said, Anyway.
Yeah, brings overhead, no burst. 100 meter from Nano.
This is gonna be it.
Oh, drops it, that's okay.
Yeah. Try to crush trigger. Oh, we mash on plus frames. My god.
And you know, something I've also noticed with Nano is that I feel like his management of barrier as a resource is much more reserved than Kuba. I mean, we saw with Kuba, he was a lot more willing to just use ribcage as much as possible, you know? And he ended up in a lot of situations where he would just be in danger state. He would just explode when he got hit. But, you know, we're seeing that Nano is just a lot more reserved when it comes to using ribcage, you know? He's a lot more willing to just use his movements, use his bits.
And that's what I wanted to point out, actually, the movement in particular. But you're right on the money right there. The movement and the bits usage means that Nano is not forced to block in these situations. Nano has been escaping amazingly well. Backdash.
He's definitely using he's using a much more reserved kind of approach here compared to Kuba. Kuba's a lot more aggressive in that sense, which is fine. But you know,
and I think it speaks to the difference in offense.
Yes.
Oh, great tech on the throw there, right?
Yeah.
It feels like Nano is kind of like, I have the execution such that, like, if I put you on block stun, I'm probably going to open you up. It's not going to take that much time. So I don't need to necessarily spend ribcage and keep it on for too long, right? And so on top of that, the movement backs it up, right? Not forcing you, not being able to force these barriers. The IBs, the IBBs, all of these things add up together for an amazing defense. I say this as Icecool just mauled him, but we got it. But you know, all of these things add up.
Yeah.
You know, great 2C from Icecool. Finally getting the conversion off that. He's been whiffing it off of off of hitting Nano from float. Great 3C as well, catching the fuzzy jump.
There we go. And this is looking like an Icecool match right now. I mean, he's looking so good right now.
It's looking real simple, real clean, but it can get real complicated.
We're gonna see burst, we're gonna see OD. I mean, Nano's gotta use it eventually.
Probably a counter assault, to be honest.
Oh my! What?
Jesus.
Icecool immediately DPing out. I'm just trying to chip him out right now. Oh my goodness, he wasn't ready for the follow-up afterwards. Doesn't quite get the side swap.
Right. A lot of meter from
Tries to bait out a DP there. I like it.
Blocks the slide, unable to punish it. Yeah. God.
Yeah, and I like that. Just sitting up there, just waiting for it to see what he's gonna do. Finds the slide. It's gonna be a full conversion. And trust me, this is still anyone's round. Let's get started here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I say as he gets Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't even have words to explain, analyze, narrate, or so much as comment on that.
I mean, there's just so much going on. It's actually insane.
I'm speechless. I'm a talker, man. But.
And you know, I like the idea there to try to close that out with the command grab there too. But like, Icecool was just like, you know what if I just, and then he just was not ready for he was not ready for that option at all. You know, how can you be ready for that option? You know, when you're this deep into the set, you know. And oh my god, he's getting Fruit Loops, straight Fruit Loops right now. So, jeez! Oh!
Imagine being right on your OD,
yes, sir?
But your opponent decided to tell you you're actually wrong, nerd. Jesus Christ.
How dare you?
Like, great IDs, counter assaults out.
The social construct.
That is we're gonna talk about that later. Oh my god. 6C goes into active mode. 2C fireball. OD's available. Just kidding. I'm just gonna ribcage and kill the next hit. Toss.
Yes sir. And then I'm just. That one match he lost, he was just like, you know what? Okay, I gave you the one.
It's like,
No, it's back to be my turn. Oh goodness, not like that though. Oh my god, he did not mean that. Yeah, there we go. That 2B low profile, right under the gun, dude. You love to see it.
not even giving Icecool the chance
go.
to like move this series. Pops overdrive as well. Great confirm. Active flow will trigger by the end of this round.
Yeah, for that. What goodness gracious.
Sending the
And Ribcage.
Did a delay, double overhead. Icecool forced to use.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh.
Have bits to cover, so he's able to get the.
Icecool's
Oh wow, yeah.
defensive options have been insane.
He has to be careful. He does not have barrier. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
No barrier,
Probably
no problem.
match DP there or something. Probably missed the input. He's not dead quite yet. I don't think he is. There's a burst.
He's not dead yet, but this next
One
hit,
last chance.
Icecool has OD, triggers it. Bits are not available yet. Tries to sprint towards it,
that should
gets
be it. And like that, Nano taking it 3-1 in the reset over Icecool.
That's not it. Yeah, that's two.
Wait, no. Wait, that's 2?
That's two. That's two.
Oh, that's 2?
Yeah,
Oh, my
I
bad.
hope that's two.
It's 2-1, right? Okay, thank you. My bad.
That's two.
So that was 3-1. It felt like, oh wow. I had the same thing you were having. It felt like 2 games. It felt like, we already had 2 games.
You feel like more time has passed, but no, this bracket
Oh
has only
my
been
God.
like 3.5 hours. Relatively quick bracket.
Dude, my brain's just fried at this point. I gotta be honest.
We're gonna push through it, and I'm not gonna hold you. The next game is gonna send me to mush. I'm just so prepared for something insane and absurd to happen. Got to back out, maybe just taking a moment to catch your breath. It's 2-1. This is close. We haven't had a lot of rollback, BBBO so far. This is, still one of the first, and you're up against Nano, this Izanami player. We've seen Icecool fight against so many Izanamis, and as you've mentioned here, he's gone through it in locals before, but this is a mountain to climb.
Oh yeah, for sure, and especially playing against a player like Nano of his caliber. I mean, the fact that he's fighting back as well as he is impressive in its own right.
And Nano, of course, I went sent to losers by Icecool, and to put it mildly, the way he's playing, it looks like he sent Icecool to losers. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Oh yeah.
And that's a compliment to both players, because these guys are insane. I'm in awe. This is that level of BlazBlue that we've kind of all been waiting for and wanting to see, and we're starting to see it more and more as this player base gets stronger and stronger, right? Like, we've seen
rollback too. I mean, there's a lot more things that you're able to try out, to test, to actually improve on.
I guess what
really lend itself well to that kind of stuff. It can to a degree, but
I guess what I want to say is, no matter how big or how small the bracket is, sets like these and brackets like these are a display of just how far players have come and how much they've leveled up. The Icecool we see before us right now is not the same Icecool from a month ago, 2 months ago, from when they first started entering brackets, or when they first started entering BlazBlue. The Nano we see now, I don't know what the old Nano was like. I wasn't there to see all that. But the point is that the level of play is really starting to... We're getting a lot better. I'll keep it a buck. People are getting better at this game, and it's pretty freaking insane. And I'm glad that we're starting to get much better environments to really show that in spades.
Yeah, it's really nice that we finally have like a much better kind of environment to play online, and have a lot more access to a lot of players more frequently, outside of just like offline majors and stuff. It's really nice to see. But anyways, okay, let's try this again. If Nano wins, hopefully I'll actually be right this time, by that being the set. And a little awkward now. But anyways, and I'm ready for seeing that. Oh, they don't care. Yep, there you going.
This is
We're and catches the delay. Oh, jeez, that's a really good hit too. Oh my, that's a lot of damage. That is so much damage. Oh my god, that is 4 damage. Okay. Yep, Nano is he is tearing it apart right now. There you go. Finds the 2C. Very nice. Nice little back scratcher there.
Icecool managing to just weasel their way out of the corner. It's caught. Nano's mashes have been absurdly successful. Name me the amount of times where Nano has gotten counter hit for trying to mash. I'll wait, because it's definitely going to be.
Yeah, he's been super. He's been having some very brave button presses here out of certain pressure strings, and it has been crazy to see, honestly.
And he's been extremely correct. And look at that neutral.
I mean, he is. Dare I say, he is letting his nuts hang, like real talk. Oh, good.
Yeah. To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern, my man's nuts hang.
They definitely do. I'm not gonna lie. Let's keep it 1,000. Fuzzy jumps out of the gun. Bits are covering this slide this time. 2-1 for A. Bits again.
Exodus is in full effect right now.
Bits even more to B.
Yep.
Icecool caught trying to fuzzy jump most likely. 6B. Fireball. Ribcage. Not even a ribcage. Just kidding. Command grab! How did you get that before the bits?
Yep, and this is exactly where you want some no burst, no DP, no seals at all, really.
No momentum, tons of meter to play with. I think that was meant to beat out Counter Assault, maybe? I don't know. 6B, OD, lady, this might just be it right now. Can he clean this up? Burst is coming back for Icecool real soon. Drops the combo, still gets the hit, gets the burst.
Wow, and he is...
$1 in a dream. Icecool taunts. Gonna teabag, dashes up, and the Nano
he just conceded at that point. He's like, you know what? I'll try, but he just gave it to me. He's like, you know what? I suppose for the one time, we should have a new champ.
If you go out in a blaze of glory. And Nano just sitting pretty. One. Just winning in dominating fashion. Let's be frank. That was dominance. I hope to see them more. Winning their lion's share of over $200 in the pot. And let me tell you, that's how we're ending BostonBlueBeat.
I mean, what a way to end it too. You know, I mean, I was really confident that Icecool was going to be able to defend his title, but Nano just came tearing through losers bracket. Like, man, okay, you had the one set on me. That's all you get. You know, never again. Never again.
Yeah, Kira, this has been a wild, wild ride.
I agree.
I'm very glad I got the chance to commentate this bracket.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I mean, this has been insane.
Yeah, this has been pretty bonkers. Let's put it that way. I want to say thank you to everybody that came about. I feel like I always get like super emotional or whatever, and at the end of these days, I'm just that kind of guy. But it really does mean the world to us that everybody gets a chance to watch a lot of BlazBlue and get to see insane matches and get to talk all their smack in the chat and everything. I do appreciate that. Some of the people in the chat I would love to see in this bracket. But yeah, it's just been a pleasure. I just want to go through the last things, of course. Make sure that the match arena is filled up and clean. I am not going to hold you. I didn't check to see if the codes are done. They better be done. I hope they're done.
I hope they're done.
We got an offline monthly coming up. It'll be soon. It is in March 5th. A couple changes to the lineup. We got fighters now coming out as a main game, especially. It's probably the big thing that people would want to talk about. We got some really cool fighters players around. I'm not gonna hold you. So super excited to see them get the chance here at BostonBlueBeat at the monthlies. And a couple of updates for those that are interested in participating in the bracket. We're going to start running connection tests for next month for the next online monthly. We're keeping the region rules the same, and hopefully these connection tests will definitely do their job. Once again, I just want to say this has been an incredible bracket, and I'm very glad I have the pleasure of commentating it. I hope to see you guys around for next time. Kira, do you have anything else to add?
All I'm going to say is thank you, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, viewers of all kinds, for coming out and watching the tournament. As I always say, I love the work the Boston people do for this tournament. Even doing this since the late-based era, I mean, they are not new to this. I can only hope that anybody in the chat who doesn't usually enter just enters next time, or at least supports the match arena. Honestly, I will show up to death. Real quick, because Kasha is also in the chat, I will also show Central Flash real quick because I've also worked with them before, and they are also great. They've been running PC tournaments for this game even before we got rollback also, and they're also very good. These are two tournament series that I support a lot and that I love a lot. I love working for them. I love being contracted by them. Just seeing them in general. So, but yeah, it was definitely an honor to comment this bracket. I mean, it was crazy. This was a crazy bracket to comment.
This is very nuts. All right, that's all. I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't got crap else to say.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you next time. Be there.
Good night, y'all. Be easy.